Monday already? It is. It is indeed Monday already, and we got a lot we're going to cover on the program today. We'll be live on the radio in just a few minutes, and I am still setting up to go on the radio. All right. I'm just texting Mike the board out. Welcome, welcome, one and all. Yeah, I'm not. I am probably the. I don't know. I think I might be the least interested in anything that has to do with the Super Bowl in this country. I just am not interested. There's a few things I'm going to talk about that happened involving the Super Bowl, but I'm just not interested in the Super Bowl. Are you guys? I mean, the news is just obsessing over it this morning. I know Fox is because they carried it, so it's their own thing, but I have less than zero interest in it, to tell you the truth. I really don't. There were some things about it that are worthy of talking about, but, you know, which I will talk about, but I'm just not into it. Sorry, guys. Give me a yes or no. Do you have an interest in the Super Bowl? I have less than zero. I watched a little bit of it last night. My wife likes football. I'm not into football. I just never have been. I don't know why. I've never been interested in football. Ever. Yeah, a lot of no's. Good. I'm not alone. I think a lot of guys are not interested in it, but they are they want to sound cool. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm just strange. I'd like to see Doge and Trump take the tax-free status away from the NFL. They're not a charity. Mm-hmm. Now that would be something that would get me excited. Save us some money that way. It's amazing to me that they're a tax-free entity, like a church. Who won? I do know who won. Philadelphia, the Eagles. But I was asleep long before the game was over. I fell asleep right before halftime. I get up early. Can't stay up for that. I didn't even watch. I didn't even start watching till the second quarter. Kathy was watching, and she was at our bedroom watching it. I'm like, I'm just not interested. And I was doing some work on my laptop and rewatching the first season of Severance on Apple TV, which is very good. Anybody watch Severance? I had that one thing, I'm not sure if I'm going to bring it up on the air or not today, but I had an experience. Um, I was talking over the weekend about how our dryer broke, and we're not going to have we had to get a new one, but it's not going to be here till Wednesday. And I had a really stupid idea. I like to wait and do the laundry on the weekends. So I get up, you know how I get up early on the weekends. I like to start doing the laundry, and I do the laundry usually on Sundays, because Sundays I don't go anywhere usually. I'm at home, and I will do laundry and while I'm working, and then when Kathy gets up, we'll fold and put the stuff away together because I hate that. So I'll do the washing and drying. Kathy gets up, and then we'll put everything away. So I like to do that on Sunday. Kathy doesn't like that. She wants me to help her keep it up to date all the time. And so with the broken dryer, we had so many dirty clothes. So I had this bright idea of going to a laundromat to do the laundry yesterday, and it was an experience, and it was pretty frightening. So I was going to talk about it, maybe mention a little bit on the show today, but. I don't know. Do any of you have to go to coin laundries regularly? It was like going to the laundry at the prison, at the Florida State Prison. I couldn't believe what I experienced. Tom Homan should go to the coin laundries. He could do a lot of roundups there, let me tell you. But I saw some other things too, so I don't know. I'll bring it up. I'll get into it. Mike the board op, he's a big football guy, so. Okay, I just heard from Mike. Give me a yes or do any of you regularly go to a coin laundry, like a laundromat? It was pretty sketch. Of course, I find out my dryer is like 5 minutes after warranty when it breaks. It's the only way right now. Oh, the one I went to was so sketch. Well, don't be offended, Brandon, by sharing my experience. I went to a laundromat once before, many years ago, when the washing machine was broken. Then I did not have an experience like I had yesterday. But like anything else, there's good and bad. I'm sure there's some laundromats that are very safe, and then there's the one I went to. And the one I went to sucked. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. My name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Okay. We're going to be on the air in 5 minutes on the radio. I'll start the other stream in a minute or two. Still waking up. I'm a little behind on my coffee this morning. I know. I saw. Well, if I tell the story, I saw someone get assaulted. Somebody assaulted somebody else. They didn't even know him. Yeah, I'll never do that again. I could have went to my mother-in-law's house because she lives right down the street, but it was Sunday morning and I didn't want to bother them. You can catch bed bugs at laundromats? Wow. Next time that something like that happens, I'll go to my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law lives like right down the street. And the laundromat's in a nice area. It's kind of in my neighborhood. But I got a lot of things to cover today, though. The day after the Super Bowl, it's I don't know. So many people are hungover, calling in sick today. Now, to let you guys know, and then you can let people in the chat know as it goes on. The stream with the green screen, when I play audio, you can't hear the audio. You can hear the callers fine, and me, of course. But when I play the audio sound bites, you have to listen to those in my other stream. So many people say that laundromats are like great businesses. I don't think so. When I saw what was going down there yesterday, there were so many washer and dryers out of order, too. Those have got to be expensive to fix. They really need to have armed security, at least at the one I went to. But don't be offended when I bring it up, guys. Maybe this is an outlier, but I won't be going again. Hopefully that'll be the last time in my life I go to a laundromat. Okay, I'm going to start the other stream. Welcome to the program, everyone. My name is Brian Craig. This is where MAGA comes to talk, and we've got so much to cover today. President Trump is just changing everything in the world. I mean, he is really, what President Trump is doing is at levels that no politician has ever done. And I love how he's just doing stuff. You know, he's not waiting around and discussing it or debating it or asking for permission or trying to sell what he's doing in the media. He's just doing it. And he understands, President Trump, that he has this mandate. And because he has a mandate, the people want him to do the things that he's doing. And that's it. You know, so it is so exciting. And I'm going to get into a little bit from that press conference he did on Air Force One on the way to the game yesterday. Did you see when he took that question from the Huffington Post? I didn't understand what they were talking about, and I thought it was just maybe I couldn't hear them well because of the jet noise. And Trump said, "I don't know what you're talking about, and I don't think you do either." Where are you from? And they said Huffington Post. He says, "Oh, I thought they were done. I thought they were dead. I didn't know they were still around." Yeah, really. Well, everyone knows that the Huffington Post is around now because Trump roasted them on Air Force One yesterday. But we will be live on the radio in 30 seconds. All right, here we go. 20 seconds. Stand by. I gotta get silent right before, just in case they put the mic on early. Welcome to the program, everyone. My name is Brian Craig, and you are listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. That's right, celebrating 48 glorious years on the radio, The Steve Kane Show. And we've got a lot to cover on the program today, and I will be covering a great many things and taking your calls. Although today, the Monday after the Super Bowl is really, should probably be an American holiday. How many people are going to call in sick today? And the ones that go to work, how productive are they because they have hangovers? I'm here to tell you that I was asleep before halftime. So I'm just not interested in football. I just am not interested. I'm sorry. I'm not embarrassed. You know, I have less than zero interest in football. My wife is a big football fan, and I watched some of the game with her, and I didn't start watching until the second quarter. But I did catch the news and get updated on all the controversies. I watched in the beginning because I wanted to see President Trump's glorious arrival, and the crowd went wild. So I know all the controversies that went down there, and I will talk about them because I've seen them in the news this morning when I was doing my show prep. But I just am not interested. I really am not interested. And it doesn't help to get me interested when they start the game with this black national anthem. I mean, this black, there is no black national anthem. Why should we be playing a black national anthem? Are black people oppressed? I mean, there's multimillionaires that are on the football field thinking that they're slaves owned by these NFL slave owner people that own these teams that have made them millionaires. And, this Lift Every Voice Black National Anthem, it's a terrible thing for them to do. Even though I'm not a fan of, and it's not just football, I told my wife, I said, I'm as interested in this Super Bowl because I was watching it with her, and there were some good plays. I liked that interception by Philadelphia. That was nice. It's not that I've never watched football. I just, I'm not interested in it. I told my wife, who's very into football, and she's all excited about Super Bowl. I said, I have as much interest in the Super Bowl right now, watching this, as if this were the International Rugby Championships. I'd be just as interested, right? Which is like not at all. But the Black National Anthem, this is if you're on hold, hang in there. I'll get to some calls in a bit. But football is one of the things, sports in general, but in particular football, are one of the things in America that bring the country together beyond all these things. And that's one of the reasons the liberals targeted it, right? And BLM got a hold of it, and this Black National Anthem was a way to get the millionaire victims off their knees during the national anthem of our great country and get them standing. They made some compromise. I don't know. They seem to be pretty well paid. I don't know why they got to compromise with these guys. And also, can someone tell me why the NFL is a tax-free organization, like there's some kind of church or something, or a charity? But football is a uniter. It brings people together of all kinds of backgrounds, and you get up there with this separatist song, the Black National Anthem. It goes against and tears down the great work of unifying the country that football is. I mean, look at the response that President Trump got when he came in there. They were loving him. It was huge. In fact, President Trump has a commercial already at the end of the game. It was all ready to go, of his arrival at the football game, and it was beautiful. I'm shocked that President Trump is the first president to ever go to the Super Bowl. I would have thought some other ones did it in the past, but he's the first. And I don't know who that was doing the national anthem of the United States, but haven't these people learned a lesson? You don't do alternate versions of the national anthem. I know they were trying to do some New Orleans Bourbon Street jazz rendition of the national anthem, but come on, just do it. It's a great song, and sing it as it's supposed to be sung. Don't put some new thing on it. The last great performance of the national anthem that I can remember was when Whitney Houston did it. She did a good job. But that thing last night, and that halftime show, I don't know who that was or what that guy, I don't know who that guy was performing at halftime. I don't care to know. That guy wouldn't make it through the first round of American Idol's auditions. He wouldn't make it. I mean, that was awful. That was awful. They used to have great people like Michael Jackson and people at these things, and that was just awful. So anyway, we can't talk about the controversies with the Super Bowl, no doubt about that, but there's a lot of other things going on too in the world of politics, which we're going to cover on the program and take your calls. Our number, of course, is toll-free, no matter where you're listening, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. There's a new poll, and I'll play some audio of this later on in the show, but there's a CBS poll that has Trump with a 53% approval rating, which is really miraculous. He has the highest rating of any president in their second term. But they had a secondary poll, and this is CBS, so they're liberal. They hate Trump. I would probably add 10 points at least to this poll, but 53% approval rating for President Trump. That's amazing in a liberal CBS poll. But they had a second question that had a number that just blew my mind. 70% in the CBS poll, 70% of Americans say that President Trump is doing exactly what he promised to do. That means 70% of Americans in the CBS poll believe that he is an honest man. Right? When have you seen any Washington elected official have any kind of approval rating like that, 70%, that they're honest? And a lot of it has to do with the way he's governing. You know, he's not asking for permission. He's not going out to the press and trying to convince them. He's not trying to sell what he's doing. He's just doing it. President Trump understands that he has a mandate and he was elected to do these things, and he's just doing it. Like the Gulf of America. That's a done deal now. The Gulf of America is the official name. The Interior Secretary, Doug Burgum, he's the Interior Secretary. He signed, he said this on Air Force One yesterday, he signed a secretarial order to the National Geological Survey to change all of the maps. And they said, he went on to say that by yesterday afternoon, all the online map organizations like iMaps, Google Maps, and whatever one, that they're going to be informed that the new name is Gulf of America, which is really brilliant because it's not the Gulf of the United States, the Gulf of America, which covers all of the Americas, North, South America, and the Caribbean. And it's a great thing. And I checked right before I went on the air, iMaps is not yet updated to Gulf of America, but they will, don't worry. They'll all update. That's how, look at that Secret Service recruitment ad that ran during the Super Bowl. It was very good. I watched it. And I did not know until this morning that Jerry Bruckheimer did it. The great filmmaker, Jerry Bruckheimer, did that. That's how popular Trump is. He's got Hollywood on his side. All these Hollywood celebrities that were there, like Brad Pitt and John Hamm, all these liberal idiots, in Trump's first term, they wouldn't have gone there and participated if Trump was there. They wouldn't have. Trump is so popular now, even Hollywood is behind him. And for Bruckheimer to do that Secret Service recruitment ad that ended with the historic fight, fight, fight image of President Trump, was that not beautiful? Oh man, when have you ever seen the Secret Service openly do recruitment like that? Yeah, I didn't see in the ad that one lady agent that couldn't find her holster in Butler. Remember her? All right, we're going to take our first break of the week. If you're on hold, stand by. My name is Brian Craig. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977, celebrating 48 years on the radio. We'll break and be right back. Now, guys, I want to tell everyone, I was sharing these yesterday for the first time, and a lot of you bought these. My wife has made these really cool Trump stickers, which are available. You can get 2 sets for $10 on my wife's website, stickersbythesea.com. There's a link in the description of the video. I know a lot of you bought these yesterday. Thank you so much. And my wife made all of these. You get 2 sheets for $10. Stickers, plural, stickers with an S, stickersbythesea.com. And there's a link in the description of the video. They're very nice. Yeah, go and order them. They're really, really nice. Here's the website, stickersbythesea.com. You scroll down, and there they are, the Trump stickers. They are beautiful. And my wife did a good job on those. I think she did a very good job on those. And those of you that purchased them yesterday, thanks so much. I really do appreciate that. Oh, yeah, they're beautiful. Yeah, right there. You can, stickersbythesea.com. You get 2 sheets for $10. They're very nice. I might put those on my laptop. I'm not sure. That's my set. We'll be back on the radio in 2 minutes. And I'm going to ask you, I asked in the other chat, but in the main YouTube video, yes or no, do you guys care about the Super Bowl? Yes or no? Do you care about the Super Bowl? I don't. I don't. I'm sorry, guys. I just don't care. That's just me. I'm sorry. I could. The only reason I paid any attention to it is because President Trump was there. And I wanted to see, the reaction that he got from the crowd, and it was beautiful. Yeah, it's stickers with an S, stickersbythesea.com. That's my wife's website, and you can get your Trump stickers there. And I appreciate that, guys. I really do. All right, we'll be back in just over a minute. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. And if you're already subbed, do me the favor of liking the video. And welcome to all the new subscribers. If you have it after the show, go check out my video at the Trump motorcade on Friday. Oh, my goodness. It's hot in here. I'm going to turn on my ceiling fan. Hold on. Got about 30 seconds. I'm going to take a couple calls and I'm going to get into the issues. Well, that's the first time I've seen the presidential motorcade in 4 years, right? It was exciting. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It is the Monday after the Super Bowl. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show. We got a lot to cover. I want to take a call or two before I get into the issues. Am I the only one that thinks today is like a holiday? It is. I mean, how many people are hungover and calling in sick today? A whole bunch. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, good morning to you.
Hey, Richie.
Super Bowl. Listen, I'm a big sports guy, so I enjoy the game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a Dolphin fan, so I'm watching this game, and I said, well, the worst thing that could happen is one-sided. So the game was over at the end of by halftime. It was over.
Oh, no doubt.
It was such a one-sided game. It was disgusting. So basically, on that, I give it a 0 out of 10, 1 to 10. It's a 0. The game was bad. But then what was worse? Although it was equity and inclusion. Thank God that they eliminated all of that and the President Trump was there, because you're not going to get like one white guy and 200 black dancers and singers along with Harry Conniff Jr. And then you got about 300 all black cast doing rap garbage who I can't stand it. And how it's deteriorated to this, I'll never know.
Whoever that act was, that guy that played at the halftime, I mean, he may be the most famous hip hop rapper in America, but he sucks. I'm sorry, he sucks.
But although diversity worked out because a white man couldn't dance the way they would dance.
Okay.
I hate to say it.
You know, did you see that bizarre?
Dancers, huh?
Did you see that bizarre AI thing they did with Jimmy Johnson?
Yeah.
That was weird. That was such. I didn't know his whole life story. It was interesting, but the AI tech isn't quite there yet. It was really creepy.
So the whole show was a total disaster.
Oh yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yes.
Now I'm going to get to the nitty gritty. I turned on Stephanopoulos and he had the old lady on. I mean,
which one?
Martha Raddatz.
Oh, Martha Raddatz, yes.
And she had this junior senator from Connecticut. And let me tell you something. Talking about closing that, that they're trying to break in, that they're giving charity away, and this is very important to the world. She never asked them what kind of thievery is going on there. And that's what they're doing. They're stealing from you, me, and everybody else.
Let me tell you, if there were hungry children because of the USAID funding going on, believe me, you would see those hungry children all over the news.
Yeah, you know what's hungry? Teaching people how to be transsexual in Arabia or something.
Well, those days are over.
This is so out, and millions of dollars, not just $5, millions. So the bottom line is, they're telling it that for 4 years, all they listened to was we have to get the rich people to pay more taxes. the Democrats, more taxes.
So we have more money to
But-
steal.
but-
What's crazy about this, because I'm going to play some later on the show. I'm going to play some of the Sunday shows. It was all about Elon Musk and Doge. And the thing about it is, everyone knows it's corrupt, and what Elon's exposing is corruption. And these people in Washington and in the Washington media are in this bubble. They're out there attacking the man who was caught the bank robbers, and they're defending the bank robbers. And they're too stupid with their Trump derangement syndrome to even realize what they're saying. Oh
They're
yeah.
not too stupid. They're not too stupid. They're part of the bank robbers.
No. They don't understand how they look to the. This poll I started with today, where 70% of Americans say that President Trump is honest and doing what he promised to do. They don't understand that the American people are pissed off at all these things that Doge is finding. They think that they can convince the American people to flip.
Yeah, but here we go with these left-wing judges, these Obama judges and this Biden judges.
You think President Trump is going to let some old lady or old man Biden or Obama judge run the country? I don't think so. Hey, Richie, I appreciate the call, but Richie wants to go through every issue before 6:30, and we're not going to go through every issue because we want to spend a little more time going through them. But no, a judge is not going to be running the country. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, sorry, Christy.
Hey, Chris. You got to turn down the volume in the back. I can still hear Richie griping. You with us, Chris? He's listening. See, there's a delay. When you guys listen on the radio or online, you're hearing things in a delay. All right, Chris, go ahead. All right.
Good morning.
Hey, Chris. Hey, Chris.
Well, right on the money again. I'm going to start with that poll. As soon as you mentioned 53%, I said, no, nonsense. That has to be in the 70s.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned the other one, of course. Forget 70, that's 100% because actions speak louder than words. I mean, how can you deny anything that President Trump has already put his hands to and start, moving forward with the agenda? So, yeah, it's more like 70% and 100%.
That's exactly right. Yeah, people love what he's doing. The only people that don't love him are the media and the politicians who can't steal the USAID money or the Department of Education money anymore.
Oh, exactly. Those who want business as usual.
Yeah, which means thievery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, who could be upset with that? I mean, some of the item lines were ridiculous.
They're all ridiculous.
I'm convinced that even the keepers of the money, the House of Representatives, all of them didn't even know it was that bad. Just to select a few.
Some of them might be upset that people are making more money than they are. That they're not getting paid enough from the theft.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. I'm sure there's some squabbling there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you know what the worst thing about the national anthem is? I guarantee you today it's still the same way because I've been in embarrassing situations. About 80+% don't even know it word for word.
I don't know about that. 80%?
And typically everywhere you go, what they'll do is they'll have it.
Are you talking about the Star Spangled Banner or the Black National Anthem?
No, the Black National Anthem.
Oh, nobody knows that. No. Nobody knows that. No. They just pretend to know.
Mean, even the people that are supposed to know it.
Yeah.
They don't know, and they'll have their cheat sheets, and then they'll go for It's embarrassing. If you don't give them a cheat sheet, it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing.
I was at an event many years ago that Al C. Hastings. Oh, by the way, I got to run, but I appreciate the call. Al C. Hastings was a congressman, black congressman, member of the Congressional Black Caucus from here in South Florida. He was an impeached federal judge. He was impeached as a federal judge for taking bribes. Then he got elected to Congress. And I saw him speaking at a Black History Month event once, and he said about, this is before it was the official Black National Anthem. He says, nobody knows Lift Every Voice. They get the first line or two, and then they just mouth the rest, and that's true. It's a very difficult song to know. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? All right, you lost it. All right, now, well, you know what? It's almost time for a break at the bottom of the hour. So if you're on hold, hang in there. We'll take our break at the bottom of the hour. But first, I want to tell you that the free shipping at mypillow.com is still in effect. All right, and it is free shipping site-wide on all orders, no matter how large or small the order is. There are no minimum purchases for the free shipping with our promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E. And, of course, Mike Lindell has the mega sale going on right now, which discounts up to 80% off of some of the most popular MyPillow products. So go to mypillow.com, save up to 80% on the MyPillow products, and get free shipping site-wide on all orders. Now, the free shipping will end without notice, all right? It will end without notice, and once it's gone, it's gone. So take advantage of it now. There's so many great things: the pillows, the towels, the slippers, the pet beds, the Mike Lindell MyPillow Cross, the sheets. You know, I have all these products. I bought them all, and you should too. It'll change your life. You'll sleep better, you'll feel better, and you'll be very happy. They also make great gifts for everyone on your gift-giving list for Valentine's or birthdays. So go to mypillow.com, use our promo code KANE at checkout, K-A-N-E, and load up. And again, it's free shipping site-wide on all orders, no matter how large, no matter how small. All right, this is where MAGA comes to talk. We're going to take our bottom of the hour break. If you're on hold, hang in there. We'll take some more calls. We'll go through the news of the day as well when we get back. I'm Brian Craig, back after this. All right, and we are out. This is our bottom of the hour break on the radio, those of you that are new to the program. And I'm broadcasting on 8 FM radio stations, and I live stream here on YouTube and other places while we're on the radio. So these are radio breaks that we are in. But also, guys, when you use our promo code KANE, you're really doing a great work to support this program, and that's greatly appreciated as well. Got so much to cover on the program today. Okay, we'll be back in just over 2 minutes. I'm just looking over some stories that I'm going to talk about when we get back. We're back in 90 seconds. those of you that are new, the number to call in is pinned in the live chat. So if you're watching live, you can call me live. I was reading some of the comments people are leaving me. You don't have to leave comments. You can call me. I take the calls screenless. I take the calls live on the air. When you call in, I just put the calls on hold and then go through them in the order in which they were received. So if you take any issue with anything you've heard me say, just call me. You're welcome to do that. I don't mind. I can defend my positions. I have no problems doing that. Awesome. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest running radio show. It is Monday. This is the big drag your feet day of really one of the worst of the year. This is like Memorial Day. People are so hungover on this day. All right, we'll take some more of these calls before I get anything new because there is a lot to cover. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Mike from Louisiana.
Hey, Mike.
You know, you look at those two numbers you gave earlier with those polling numbers, right?
Yeah.
You're right about that 53%. You probably could add 10%, maybe 15% to that, and be safe in doing that. But that 70%, you know what that is? That is that makes him a force of nature.
Mm-hmm.
Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like he's Hurricane Trump. You know he's coming, but you can't stop him.
Yeah, that's right. I appreciate. Yeah. All right, Mike. I agree with everything you says. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Gail, and what I'm wanting to know is, have you heard the story of James Doyle?
Tell me. I'm not familiar. The name seems familiar.
James Doyle is a wealthy businessman out of Georgia, and there's a video. It's called The Hypocrisy of Letitia James.
Mm-hmm.
And this wealthy businessman, I guess, had something to do with the New York Irish Historical Society. And he took out some kind of a loan. And Letitia James undervalued his property.
Yeah, you know, President Trump actually posted something on Truth Social. I was going to get to it later today. I'll see if I can find it. That Letitia James was involved in something involving misrepresenting the values of property. I'm not sure if I have it on my X or not.
The guy's name that she wrote.
Yeah, I heard it, Doyle. I heard it the first time.
And Laura Loomer
Mm-hmm.
made a statement regarding this, that she had information on all of them. I guess D.A. Bragg, Letitia James, and others. And she said all she's waiting on is somebody to come and ask her.
Okay, well, she could tweet it. You know, Laura Loomer could post it on X. I mean, you know, she could post it on X. She doesn't have to wait. All right, I appreciate the call. I want to get into some of the things that have been happening. First off, I went to the grocery store yesterday afternoon, which was a real mistake right before the Super Bowl. It was a madhouse. Oh my goodness! But I went. And even though I didn't go there to buy eggs, because I didn't eat eggs, I went to look at the eggs. I was at Publix. This was yesterday. And the eggs, for 1 dozen eggs, $5.69. $5.69. Just to give you an update on the eggs. You know, when you see, I know, it's so ridiculous. We got to monitor the egg prices because these liars on the left are lying about the price of eggs. What they're doing, when they give you these high prices of eggs, $10, $12 a dozen, come on. They're talking about the fancy eggs, the special grain-filled eggs, the range-free chicken eggs, and all those specialty stupid eggs, okay? And I don't understand why people buy all those fancy eggs. I don't know any difference in those eggs and the store-bought brands. My entire life, when I've gone to the stores to buy eggs, I've always bought the store brand for whatever store that I'm in. And this thing about Waffle House adding the upcharge on the eggs, now I'm not 100% sure of this, but my guess is this, that Waffle House is historically cheap, right? It's a way for them to raise their prices without taking the heat for it. If they're going to charge 50 cents, I mean, most of their breakfast probably comes with eggs. So if they can add 50 cents to every customer, they've raised their prices, and they've done it in a way where they don't take any heat for it. They blame someone else. So I don't buy that. I think they've done an upcharge on the eggs at Waffle House, probably because they want to raise their prices, but they know their customers would be ticked, so they found a way to do it. Question is, will they lower it when the eggs prices even come down more? But they buy eggs in bulk, so they pay less than us, right? They get wholesale prices on their eggs. But it was $5.69 for a dozen eggs, and I was watching people showing videos online of the egg prices, and everyone I saw, they went and showed the fancy eggs. Is there a difference in now I'm not a big egg eater. I like scrambled eggs. I'm not into omelets and all that stuff, but I like scrambled eggs. Like them maybe a little over easy or something on occasion. But is there any difference between the store brand, like the Publix brand eggs or whatever the store brand is at these other stores, and these fancy eggs? And the cruelty-free range chicken eggs, I don't understand that at all. What, they treat it kindly until they cut its head off and feed it to people? I don't get that. That's a feel-good thing, so people don't feel bad about eating animals. But the egg prices are not $10 or $12. That's a big lie. $5.69 for a dozen eggs at Publix, and that's fine. Fine. And $5.69. That's for a dozen eggs. And I know you can get somebody to give you a higher price. Are they telling you what it costs for 2 dozen? Because they do sell them in 2 dozens, and they probably sell them in 18 packs too. But I just looked at the dozen eggs because I've always bought eggs by the dozen. So don't believe these lies about the egg prices that they're trying to blame on Trump. It's really bizarre to me that they're trying to float this egg price thing so hard, because it's something that anyone can go to the store and check out. Now, if you go to a fancy grocery store, and you could, if you go to some exotic gourmet grocery store, maybe, I don't know. But Publix is not known for low prices. A lot of people, I've shopped at Publix mostly my whole life that I've lived in Florida. I like Publix. But they're not known for low prices. The prices are higher than at places like Walmart. I haven't been to Walmart. I don't know what they are at Walmart, but if it's $5.69 for a dozen at Publix, that means you could probably get them for less at Walmart. So no, they're lying. Okay, they're not $10. Now you could find them for $10 if you want to buy the fancy eggs. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with the fancy eggs. What's the difference between getting the store brand Publix dozen eggs and the fancy brown eggs? Is there that dramatic of a difference in the taste? So the people that are paying $10 or $12 a dozen, if they are, they're doing that by choice, or people are just lying. And on Friday's show, when Never Trumper Steve called in, he mentioned the egg prices, and I asked him, and he was shocked when I told him they were under $6 a dozen. He said he was going to check that out over the weekend. That's why when I was at Publix yesterday, I went out of my way to get the latest price on eggs, because I couldn't really remember what it was on Friday. I just knew it was under $6 a dozen at Publix. Yeah, I bet you Aldi is less expensive than Publix. If they're $5.69 for a dozen at Publix, they got to be less at Aldi. They got to be less at Walmart and other places, like Western Beef and all that. Maybe I'll do a YouTube video going around showing the egg prices and getting some proper perspective on that. Maybe I'll do that this week, because I'm really tired of people slandering Trump over this obvious lie on the egg prices. Now, there's one thing I want to talk about here early on before we break, and then I'll break and get back into the political news. Over the weekend, my clothes dryer broke. And it's not something I can fix myself. It's the circuit board. and I thought it was under warranty, but of course it's like 5 minutes out of warranty and it broke. I don't know. Sometimes I think that they put timers inside my appliances to make them malfunction as soon as the warranty is expired. It seems that way to me. So I went out and bought a new clothes dryer over the weekend, and it's not arriving until Wednesday. And my wife and I, we've been married a long time, and so we see the world the same on almost everything. But like most marriages, there's some things that we disagree on. And I like to do laundry 1 day a week. Okay? My wife likes to do it as it occurs. I like to wait until the weekends, usually on Sunday. And while I'm doing stuff around the house, I just doing the laundry, right, with my wife. That's how I like doing it. So we had, I go to do the laundry on Saturday with my wife, and the dryer's broken, won't dry the clothes. So I know it, So yesterday I had a real bright idea that turned out to be stupid. Since we're not getting the clothes dryer until Wednesday, I said to my wife, I'm going to go to the laundromat and I'll take our clothes. I didn't take our sheets and stuff. I said, I'll take our clothes and I'll wash and dry them. Because we had 2 loads that had been washed that we couldn't dry. So I didn't want those to sit around with the water till Wednesday in them. Boy, what a mistake that was. Now, I don't know how many of you use coin laundromats regularly, and I know there's differences in the quality, but it was a terrifying experience for me going to the laundromat. I just looked at the clock. I got to take our break, and I'm going to share what happened to me, and there's a reason why I'm bringing it up. But if any of you go to the laundromat, I feel really sorry for you, at least if you're at the one that I went to yesterday. And then I'll get back into the latest Trump news out of Washington, because there's a lot to talk about. But Tom Homan should get his team together and hit all the laundromats. They could do roundups like nobody's business at the laundromats. But I'll tell you about that after the break, all right? It's the Steve Kane Show. My name's Brian Craig. Our number is 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. If you're on hold, stand by. We'll be right back. Do any of you in the chat, give me a yes or no on this, use the coin laundromats regularly? Yes or no? I can't find, Trump posted something. Let me see if I can find this on Letitia. Okay, we're going to be back in just a few seconds, like 40 seconds. I can't find President Trump's post on Letitia. I just saw it this morning. "30 seconds from now, we'll be back." Stand by. 10 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show, the Monday after the Super Bowl. If you or someone you know suffer from neuropathy, listen up. You want to take advantage of the free consultation at Lighthouse Medical and have them take care of your neuropathy, like they did with Steve Kane 2.5 years ago. Lighthouse Medical has a treatment for neuropathy that works, and we found that it lasts. Steve had his treatment 2.5 years ago, and his neuropathy symptoms have not returned. It's amazing. And you know, the neuropathy symptoms are really, they make life very difficult. Numbness, pain, burning, tingling in the hands and feet, dizziness, the feeling of pins and needles in the hands and feet. Some have no feeling at all. It's really rough. But you don't have to suffer anymore. You know, a lot of people that make the appointments, the no-charge consultation appointments at Lighthouse Medical, are spouses, adult children, and other family members of the person suffering with neuropathy. They have a treatment for neuropathy at Lighthouse Medical that works and it lasts. Steve Kane, as I said, 2.5 years ago, was rid of all these neuropathy symptoms at Lighthouse Medical. Give them a call, and they can help you no matter where you're located in Florida or America, even if you can't make it into their Pompano office, okay? 754-222-6642. 754-222-6642. That's 754-222-6642. And online, lighthousemedicalcenter.com. All right, now, let me take another call or two, then I'll tell you about the laundromat. Oh, sorry about that, guys. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. Let me try it again. All right, try this guy. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. It's Angie from Colorado.
Hey, Angie. What's on your mind?
Well, you were talking about laundromats, and
Oh.
I had to chuckle because when we travel in our RV, we don't have a washer and dryer in the large RV, but at the campground, they're very small, they're very expensive. So I usually go when we're in a larger town into a laundromat. Well, we happen to be in Enterprise, Alabama. And we went to 2 different laundromats.
Yeah.
My husband waited in the car because he didn't want to go in there. He helped me put the baskets in and said, I'll just stay in the car. And I thought I'd gone to Mexico.
Yeah, I felt this. I felt the same way. Yeah.
I mean, nothing against Hispanics, but I'm like, oh my God, and they use so many washers and dryers. I thought, what the heck? Honest to God, there was one family that came in. They brought in 10 baskets.
You know, that's an interesting. It's funny that you say that because it was. I don't know what nationality they were, okay, but they looked like illegal. They looked like illegal migrant people at the laundromat, okay.
Yes.
And they did use a lot of washers and dryers, like they were doing laundry for 20, 30 people.
Yes. And you know what? They put so much soap in there that it foamed out. I mean, it was like, so that laundromat, I told my husband, we're not going there anymore. We went to another laundromat that was a little bit further from the RV park. Same thing. I don't know what the heck, but anyway.
Well, I know this. Tom Homan should go to the laundromats of America.
Yes. Amen to that. Go
Yeah.
ahead and make a call to him.
Yeah.
Okay?
All right. Take care.
Much.
So I'll tell you, just to recap and tell you what happened. So my dryer broke. It's like 5 minutes out of warranty, so we had to buy a new one, and the new dryer's not coming until Wednesday. And I had 2 loads of laundry that had been washed but were wet that we couldn't dry. So I got this brilliant idea that I'm going to go to the Coin Laundry laundromat. And what the lady said is right. It was a migrant. There weren't that. And when I got there, I didn't really take note of what was going on. And those of you that use laundromats on a regular basis, I wouldn't mind hearing your feedback on this, because maybe I was just at a bad one, but this lady in Colorado has had a similar experience. And when I had, my wife said, just go to her mother's house, because my mother-in-law lives down the street, and I could go and use her washer and dryer. She knows ours is out of order. But it was Sunday morning, and I didn't want to bother her on Sunday morning to use her washer and dryer all day. And I know they got like big industrial size ones at the laundromat. So I said, no, I'll get all the clothes in one wash. And I thought, oh, this would be great. I've got some work to do on the computer. So I grabbed my laptop. And as always, I'm wearing my MAGA hat. And I go in there, and I didn't notice the demo at first because I was just looking for a washer. And it was hard to find a washing machine because the people in there do use a lot of washing machines, 5 or more per person, which was insane. I didn't even know how to use it. I'd been to a coin laundry one other time in my life, like over 20 years ago. I thought that they would take like a debit card or something, but I had to go to like a vending machine and buy a laundry card from this vending machine, and then go to I had to ask for help. I didn't know how to use it, and I found a worker to help me. And then after I got my laundry in, I just, the table by my washer, I knew not to leave, because when I was a kid, a cousin of mine went to a laundromat. She had her clothes in the dryers and the washers, and she decided to go next door with her kids to get a bite to eat. She came back, someone stole all her clothes. So I wanted to stay near my clothes as they were being washed. So I get out my my computer, I put my headphones on, and I'm doing work. I was editing my podcast. I'm like, okay, I got to do this anyway. I'll just do it. And I look around because I'm checking the washer, and I realized that I am one of 3 or 4 white guys in the whole place. Everyone else, it's not just that they're Hispanic. They're obviously migrants. You can tell, we have a very diverse Hispanic community here in Florida. It's not unusual to go to businesses where, everyone speaks Spanish. I mean, you go to a Burger King or McDonald's in Miami, it's Spanish first oftentimes. You can tell the difference between migrants, illegals, and not. These were illegals. And in Palm Beach County, there's a lot of farms and migrant work in Palm Beach County in Florida. So these were obviously, a lot of them were migrants, illegals. There's no doubt in my mind. And there were like 3 or 4 other white guys. And but I'm looking around, I'm like, okay, and I'm like this. And I did see some people looking at me, like because I had the Make America Great Again hat on, and I'm like, oh, great, this is, I don't know if this was a smart idea. It was like being an Eagle Pass is what it was like. Like I was at a coin laundry at Eagle Pass, and I'm wearing my Make America Great Again hat, and I'm like, oh, whatever, what are they going to do? There's cameras everywhere. So then the wash is done, I get my clothes in the dryer, and I set up shop, and I'm doing my editing of my podcast while things are drying. And then I hear there 2 of the 3 white guys, I start to hear a confrontation. And they were right in front of me, like 3 to 5 feet in front of me, at the folding table just in front of me. And the one guy says to the other, "Don't reach over me like that." And there was some profanity used. And I look up, and what had happened was this guy had left his clothes basket on this folding table, and this other white guy came up and was folding his clothes, and he just reached over to get his clothes basket. And this guy, what are you doing? Don't reach over me, and using this profanity. He picked up the guy's clothes basket, and it was one of those that are really deep clothes baskets, and it was made out of really thick plastic, and he took the clothes basket and hit the guy in the face with it. I mean, hard. And he says, I'm sorry. And then the guy said, what's going on? Then he did it again, hit him in the face again with his clothes basket, and said, oh, I'm sorry. And I looked at the guy, and I'm like, this guy, I witnessed an assault. The guy was assaulted. And and I looked up, and I couldn't believe, and the guy didn't do anything. They got hit in the face. And I'm sitting there with my MacBook Pro doing my work, and I've got my headphones on, and I was like, maybe it's not such a smart idea for me to be sitting here in Eagle Pass with my MacBook Pro and my fancy headphones on doing this work with my MAGA hat on. What am I? I'm an idiot. I'm advertising to rob me out in the parking lot or something. And so I put my computer, my headphones away, and I called my wife. I said, I am never coming here again. It's dangerous. And I told my wife, I said, these two white guys that I wouldn't call it a fight, but the one guy was assaulted by this other guy. I said, that guy, he's from a prison. That guy's been in prison. And it's very dangerous because, I've been in places where things have been much more dangerous than this. I'm not new to danger and being in stupid places I shouldn't be in. I've gone to a lot of places in my life that I shouldn't have gone to and gotten in some bad situations. But this one here, I told my wife this. I said, this guy, I said, what makes this guy scary, he's obviously a convict, is that not only did he assault the guy pretty bad twice, he knew how to do it in a way that if the guy called the police and they picked up the camera, he could say it was an accident. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. You know what I mean? He would have gotten away with it if the guy called the police. And I told my wife, I said, if that guy would have done that to me, I would have called the police and I would have pressed charges. And my wife said, that's a big, you'd had that guy in our lives forever. It was really dangerous. And now I know, and this laundromat is not in a bad neighborhood, okay? It's not too far from where I live. But and I know that there's good and bad ones, I'm sure. But is what I witnessed typical of a laundromat? I'm curious, and I saw it was. I felt bad for the people that have no choice but to go to these places regularly, and there were a lot of women there alone. And I was thinking, my Lord, this is a very bad place, and they're open like till late at night in the dark. This is a very bad, dangerous place for anyone to go to. And I certainly wouldn't want a woman to be in a place like this alone. It was pretty dangerous and sketchy. But with that being said, if Tom Homan were to send ICE teams to the laundromats like they're, in one of these cities they're about to do, they would make so many arrests. Oh my goodness. And the women that I saw that were migrant women that were using 5 or more washing machines, they're obviously doing a side business for the people in whatever migrant place they're holed up in. But those of you that go to laundromats regularly, I really feel sorry for you. It's really tough. But I couldn't believe in my own neighborhood, really, how many illegals are in my own neighborhood. And I was wondering, where are they living that they're here? There's these coin laundries, they're all over the place. Where are all these illegals in my own neighborhood coming from and working and living? It was very surprising to me. And that's the Invasion USA that Joe Biden has been overseeing for 4 years. And President Trump and the team have really their hands full with this. Well, we only have a minute left until the top of the hour break. So if you're on hold, hang in there. I don't want to have to give someone just a few seconds. So hang in there, and I don't have time to really take a call and give you any meaningful time before the break. But I'll take some calls about this. But it was a really scary experience for me. And I was thinking, like when that guy got assaulted with his own clothes basket, he walked away and then he came back. And I thought for sure he walked away to call the police, and he looked at me because I saw it happen and he was going to tell them I witnessed it. And I was thinking, well, what am I mean, I'm not going to lie to the police. I'm like, oh man, I do not want to be a witness in this. If there's an arrest and this goes to court, that's all I need is to be a witness. This guy obviously has done time. And these were 2 white guys, by the way. No violence from the illegals other than the fact that they're there. And that's a crime. All right. Callers on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show. My name is Brian Craig. We're here live on this Monday. Back after this. If you're on hold, hang in there. Now, guys, my wife has made these really cool, super cool Trump stickers. And they're available. You can buy 2 sheets of these Trump stickers for just $10. There is a link to my wife's website where she is offering these in the description of the video. And the website is stickersbythesea.com. That's stickers with an S, stickersbythesea.com. There's a link in the video description. And this is my wife's website. And then you go down and you see the Trump stickers are right there. So 2 sets for $10. She made these herself. Stickersbythesea.com. And I shared these on my live stream yesterday. A lot of you purchased them. Thanks so much. My wife appreciates it. Stickersbythesea.com. I know they're very nice. And again, there's a link in the description of the video. Okay, we'll be back in 1 minute. 1 minute. And I'll go to the phones because a lot of calls. About 30 seconds and we'll be back. Steve will kill me talking about the laundromats, but hey. Welcome back, everyone. Hour number 2 has begun. My name is Brian Craig. You're listening to the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. We've got so much to cover today, and we've only just begun. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Okay, I can't give you my name. I can't give you where I'm calling from.
No, you don't have a first name? Your first name? You can't give us your first name? Okay. Mr. Anonymous from no place?
I can't.
No.
All I can tell you is that I'm a litigator.
Okay, there we go. Okay. He's not going to tell us anything. Well, then I'm not going to talk to you. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. This is Paula from New Jersey.
Hey, Paula.
Hey, I know it's not open Friday, but can I talk about what Elon tweeted about Social Security?
Absolutely. I was going to get to that later in the show anyway.
Oh, it's incredible. Yes. So he says that Social Security has no mechanism for checking whether or not your Social Security number's been used more than once. So if somebody's collecting Social Security, can they apply 1,000 times and get 1,000 Social Security checks?
Well, he gave a number the other day of how many checks were being sent out to dead people, and it was in the millions.
Oh, really?
It was in the millions. I thought that they checked that based on the death certificates, but there's a lot of fraud. There's fraud going on everywhere, and there's never been any accountability. If the Sunday news shows, okay, that do the politics on Sundays, all they were talking about was Elon Musk. There is a panic through Washington about this, and the reason it is.
Yes.
Because all of them in Washington, this is why they're all rich. They're all rich because they got the USAID money coming in, and they're in a panic. And it's only a matter of time before some of these other businesses, like Politico last week, can't make payroll. Or, and a lot of these officials aren't going to be able to make their mortgage payments or car payments, because that money comes every month, and it's not coming anymore.
Hey, I wanted to, since you brought up the USAID, I wanted to mention what Tom Massey said. Did you hear what he said about the USAID?
What?
He said that next month they're going to vote on the budget. And
yes.
The Democrats will not, they will load up USAID all over again and hold it as a, thing over.
Well, but they're not in charge, so it's not going to pass. They're the minority. Hey, I appreciate the call. It doesn't matter. See, this is what you got to understand, guys. It doesn't matter what the Democrats do. or say they're the minority. And the MAGA Republicans that are running Congress, they're not going to mess around with these Democrats. It doesn't matter what the Democrats say or try to load things up with. They're not going to get anything through. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, it's Senator Doug.
Oh, hey, Doug. Hold on. Yeah, go ahead, Doug.
Okay, you mentioned that the egg prices. You know what nobody's talking about? Well, right before President Trump took over, oil prices were $81, I guess, a barrel. Then the day he took over was 77. Well, now it's 71. So
Yeah.
it's coming down. So
I've been telling you, I've noticed the gas prices have gone down.
Yeah, man, this is
Quite a bit.
Once it all comes down, everything will go down. Eggs will go down. Everything will go down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a matter of the Trump magic is starting to work.
Yeah.
So we'll soon see.
Yeah, of
Anyway,
course. All right, Doug. Go ahead. What do you got?
Have a good one.
All right, you take care. He's out of material. I like it when a caller knows they're out of material. All right, let's go. You're on the air. What's your name? All right, try another one. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. It's Joanne from Tamarack.
Hey, Joanne.
I'm wondering if you heard Elon posted that FEMA, after the money was stopped, just recently gave $59 million to luxury hotels in New York to house the illegals.
Yeah.
So they are running in outward defiance of what our president is telling them to do.
Well, that's good.
And
That's good. They're going to be exposed.
I understand also, I heard about this author. He's a freelance columnist. His name is Larry Taunton. He says that he was in Cairo and they had a USAID office there and they're still running. And he went in there and asked them about it and they freaked out. Instead of saying, oh, we're closing down, etc., they've lost.
Well, you know what's happening? What Elon Musk is doing is kind of what James O'Keefe did with Acorn when he did that pimp and hooker thing, back in 2010. Remember that? And those of you that remember know exactly.
I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was beautiful. But he's that's what he's doing. And I love how they got this whole thing that there's a coup going on and all this. Tom Homan, this is the way to think about Elon. Tom Homan is the border czar. There's no office of border czar. He's a special person appointed by the president. There's no office. They have no authority. They're not part of an agency. They don't have people under their command. But there's a border czar. Sometimes we have a drug czar. Elon Musk is like the financial corruption czar of the government. It's the same thing. He's just another one of those czars. All right, hey, listen, I appreciate the call. All right, our number 1-888-465-2631. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Chris Woods.
Hey, Chris.
You should have a clothesline in your backyard.
What?
You should have a clothesline in your backyard.
Why would I want a clothesline in my backyard?
So you can hang your clothes in the backyard.
Why would I want to do that? Okay, that's all he's got to say. Okay. Oh my! I remember my grandmother used to do that, and what I remember about my grandmother hanging clothes up on the clothesline. Any of you ever do this? Is the clothes, especially my jeans, they were like hard afterwards. Like they weren't soft. No. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Jeff from Maine, Brian.
Hey, Jeff. What's up?
I got mats up here in Bangor, and they are very clean, and you got to know what time to go. But we don't have an illegal immigrant problem because they only come up during our harvest time. It's not much year-round.
Well, we got great weather year-round in Florida, and I felt like I was at the Cinco de Mayo festival. What really surprised me, what really surprised, and you can tell the difference between illegals and come on. I was surprised at how many illegals are in my neighborhood. That's what really blew my mind.
Now, in southern Maine, where most of our population is, there's a lot more illegals. but you don't see it as much up north. It doesn't get very warm up here. To go on with what she was talking about, Elon, he's uncovering billions of dollars of U.S. tax dollar fraud. And I believe at the end of the year, it's going to be so much money of waste in education, military, Social Security going to illegals that don't deserve a penny. In the end of Trump's first year, the American people are going to be shocked of the wasteful money of Congress.
And, you know, the Democrats and the Washington media, they don't understand. What they're trying to do is, I'm going to go through a couple of articles that are in the New York Times today after the break about this. They're trying to convince people that this stealing is okay. And that's just not going to work. If they were smart, but they're not, because they're, you know, Democrats are very emotional, you know, all the time. They would embrace the corruption probe, right? They would embrace it and support it, and then they might have a better chance of keeping some of the corruption going. But they're making it easier for Trump when they're out there advocating to keep the theft going. They're attacking the cop that caught the bank robbers. How dare he stop the bank robbers? How dare he?
Wherever the Democrats are flipping out, like the education building being shut down, you know there's something they're hiding. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whenever they flip out like that, Elon or whoever's doing something is on to something. And we're going to see the biggest shakeup in the U.S. government. I believe they're going to cut our government by at least 60%.
Well, what Trump is doing, every Republican president always talks about reducing the size of government, even Ronald Reagan, and they never do it. Trump is really doing it. Trump is doing it at a level that no one's ever imagined. Hey, Jeff, I appreciate the call. Been getting some very good calls today. I appreciate it. Our number is toll-free, 1-888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. You know, it's the beginning of the week, and if you were doing some things over the weekend and you woke up and it's Monday morning and you're in pain, go see Dr. Appleton. Go see him today and take advantage of the great work he does with his laser away pain treatment. Walk-ins are welcome. Appointments are not necessary, even on Saturdays, but today's Monday. You can walk in today without an appointment. Get your pain taken care of by Dr. Appleton. You know, his laser away pain treatment, you guys have heard me, he's rid me of pain 7 times. And it's amazing what he does. He has so much experience and so much expertise. He's able to determine where in your body the pain is coming from. And that's where he uses the laser. And what the laser does is repairs the damage that is causing the pain. And I want to tell you this, because people ask me about this. Does it hurt? No. Not only is the laser treatment 100% painless, you don't even feel it. There is no sensation at all. Okay? I've had a lot of people ask me about this. You don't even feel it. There is no sensation. It's completely pain-free and feeling-free. You're just going to feel better. And most every time I've been there, I walk out, I'm feeling better. When I'm walking out of the office after the treatment, he is a miracle worker, Dr. Appleton. The laser treatment works on every type of pain I've ever heard of. And I'm learning about new types of pain all the time, mainly from listeners of ours that tell me that they had this treated or that treated. And, you know, when I run into listeners and they've seen Dr. Appleton, they tell me all kinds of stories. Oh, my hip used to hurt so bad, and now my neck, my knees, and now it's all better. It's really wonderful. And I love hearing from you guys telling me that you got your life back, because I know when I was suffering with pain, I wasn't very active, and I am now, thanks to Dr. Appleton. Give Dr. Appleton a call. It's a free consultation. If you have x-rays, MRIs, or some scans or whatever, take them with you. He'll gladly look them over for you. And when you want to say bye-bye to your pain too, you know the number. It's right here, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. That's 954-973-0710. And online, AppletonChiro.com. Callers on hold, stand by. We'll be right back after this. If you're on hold, hang in there. Okay. We'll be back at about 2.5 minutes on the radio. If you're on hold, hang in there. I'll go to the phones after the break. We've covered a lot. And some great calls today. I appreciate it. Very good calls today. And of course, everyone, don't forget free shipping at mypillow.com with our promo code Kane site-wide. Promo code Kane, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com. And you can see great deals. Look at that. The towels, the cross, the flannel sheets, all the pillow. Free shipping on everything. And you can take advantage of all the specials, no matter what they say, with our promo code Kane at checkout. Oh, look at this. New colors in the Percow sheets. We have the flannel, the Percow, and the Giza Dream Sheets. We have all of them. Got the mattress topper, got the slippers. New kitchen sets, free shipping on everything. But even if you order the socks, which are $4.15 a pair, it's free shipping. There's no minimums. With our promo code Kane at checkout. Have the dog beds. The dog beds are great because you can wash the whole thing and dry it. And it has the same patented fill inside the pet beds that the pillows have. And dogs and cats love them. All my dogs, my cats, they love them. But you can use our promo code on everything. Look at this. The clearance event. No matter what the special says, you can use our promo code, and it is free shipping site-wide with our promo code Kane at checkout, K-A-N-E. All right. Just over 30 seconds, and we'll be back on the radio. Stand by. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. This is most definitely where MAGA comes to talk. 20 seconds. Our number is 1-888-465-2631. It is pinned in the live chat if you're watching on one of the live streams on YouTube. Stand by. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977. Our number 1-888-465-2631. Great calls. We've started off with some pretty good calls today, I must say. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. Go ahead.
Are you talking to me?
Sounds like you.
Yeah, my name is Nick Stewart. I was calling, I'm calling from California, and I was just saying, I was looking at all the waste and fraud that's being uncovered. Why can't, don't you think that America should pay reparations to black people since there's so much?
What? Why? Why would the United States pay reparations to black people?
For slavery.
No.
For slavery.
No. Who you know, this well, first of all, the biggest, and this get ready now. You're in California. You may not have heard this before, okay? What group of people in this country do you think benefited the most from slavery? What group of people in America that are alive today benefited the most from slavery that ended over 150 years ago? Which group of people that are alive today benefited the most from slavery? What's your answer?
Rich white people.
Oh, no, you're absolutely wrong. You're absolutely incorrect.
Who Who do you think benefits?
Well, I'm talking about people that are alive today in 2025, okay? So of all of the Americans who are alive today in 2025, the group in this country that have benefited the most from slavery are black Americans, like you. Why do you think I say that? Why do you think I say that?
Because that's ridiculous.
Well, no, because you're here. If it weren't for slavery, you would not be here. I'd still be here. My white ancestors still will have immigrated.
What about the generational wealth that we lost, though?
What generation of wealth?
The generational wealth that my grandparent,
generational wealth. Are you under the impression? Are you on? Okay, maybe you've got some racial stereotypes about white people. Are you under the impression that all white people have trust funds or something? I mean, that we inherited lots of money from people? Do you think that's how it is for most white people?
I'm not all white people, rich people, though.
Well, what makes someone rich? How much money must someone have to be rich in your mind?
What are you talking about now or when?
Now. What makes someone rich? What makes someone rich? How much money do they have to have or make?
Well, it depends on how. Well, I'll give you an example. Just like Donald Trump.
What about Donald Trump? His family didn't own slaves.
Yeah, money passed down from him. That hasn't been.
President Trump's family. President Trump's family came to America after the Civil War. In fact, 80% of Americans are descendant of immigrants who came to America after slavery was over. So why should they pay reparations? They came here after it was over.
Because he got benefits that black Americans weren't able to get.
What benefit? Okay, this is good. What benefit do I'm white, right? I'm as white as it gets. What benefit do I have as a white man in America in 2025 that you as a black man in America do not have?
Well, I'm not talking about 2025. I'm talking about the generational wealth that was passed down through your grandparents to.
I didn't inherit anything from my family.
Well, it's not like. See, this is the thing. When we talk about this, I didn't mean to cut you off.
You didn't cut me off. I said I didn't inherit anything from grandparents or parents. Nothing.
But I'm just saying, what would be tax dollars? Why does every time we say something, then everybody thinks, oh, we're talking about all white people? It was the government who.
The government? No, excuse me. It was not the government ended slavery. 1 million people died fighting to free the slaves in the Civil War. 1 million people died to free the slaves. I think our debt was paid.
And there was. You don't know about redlining. You don't know about. Did you know black people it was against the law for black people to get loans from banks?
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, to get a loan, you have to have collateral and good credit, and people that are low income when they're first freed from the plantations.
I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when all this was.
Well, you're calling me from California. I'm on the East Coast. So for you on the West Coast, it is 4:25 a.m. Why are you up at 4:25 a.m. in California? What are you doing?
Because I don't have to work.
You don't have to work?
No.
Why don't you have to work? It sounds like you got some reparations already. Why don't you have to work? I have to work.
But I'm not talking about me.
Well, wait a minute. Why do you not have to work? If you deserve reparations, why do you not have to work? But I do. How do you pay your bills? How do you pay rent and stuff?
Well, I'm saying I don't have to work today.
What do you do? What do you do for work? What do you do for work?
Well, I own my own business.
What's the business?
I basically do caregiving. I have a house and I take care of people and I rent them rooms at the same time.
Do you have a permit for that from the government out of California?
Yes.
Okay, so good. You got a great business. You got a great legal business.
But that's not the point. You're missing the point.
What type of credentialing do you need from the state of California to run a nursing home in your house?
It's federally protected. It's a program called. Listen, it's a program that's federally protected. It's a program called IHSS.
Yeah.
And it's a government job.
Yeah.
You get to work and take care of them, and then.
Well, great, good. You got a business. You're doing okay. But if it weren't for slavery, you'd have nothing. Your family never would have been here. My family still would have been.
You're saying slavery was good.
No,
basically.
no, I'm not saying it was good. But you have benefited from slavery. I have not. Donald Trump is not. You have.
I have not benefited from slavery. I think my.
You know what? You probably disagree with this because you got that California education, so you don't really know much. But the pyramids.
Well, my parents are from Arkansas.
Okay. Well, the pyramids built by the Egyptians were built using Jewish slave labor. This is a well-known, documented thing.
Oh, no, that's not a well-known fact.
Yeah, it is a well-known thing. Should the Egyptians pay the Jews reparations?
All the history that you guys. No, it's not.
Sure.
No.
Yeah. Should Egypt pay Jews reparations for the slavery to build the pyramids?
Well, I don't believe.
You don't believe?
I don't believe the facts. All right, what you're saying that
believe?
Yeah.
Well, who built them then?
I don't think you know.
Yeah, I know. The Egyptians built them with slave labor. What do you think? It was aliens that built the pyramids or something? See, you know, this is what you don't understand. You're a slave of Democrat brainwashing.
I'm not even a Democrat. What are you talking about?
Oh, what are you then? You're MAGA Republican in California?
I'm neither one. I don't believe in any of that.
You don't believe in any of that stuff. Okay, you're in California. You're a liberal.
No, I am not a liberal.
Then what are you?
I don't care about the left or the right, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I just care about the fact that.
But you just want some free money coming in. You just want some free money.
Yeah,
okay.
I've been to Arkansas. I got property in Arkansas.
You own property in another state, and you still want more? You've got your own business in California. You own property in Arkansas, and how much money in reparations do you think you're owed?
Just only like maybe a million.
$1 million?
Would be fine.
$1 million?
Yeah.
So you think every black person in America should be given $1 million by the government?
It depends on their history.
Okay. Well, it's hard to document that. So what part of California are you in?
Well, I'm in Yucaipa.
Where's Yucaipa?
It's right by, let's say, a big city that you'll know, like it's in San Bernardino County.
Okay, so let me ask you, so giving every black person in America $1 million in reparations, what do you think would happen if you went to South LA and gave every black resident of South LA $1 million today for reparations? What do you think would happen starting today, later today or tomorrow?
It would start to heal some of the wounds. They probably
heal the wounds. I think heal the wounds. I think there would be a lot of wounds taking place because people would start trying to steal everybody else's $1 million.
That's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Okay. Hey, listen, I'm late for the break, but I appreciate the call. Oh my goodness, that's fine. If you're on hold, stand by. We'll be right back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh, my goodness. We'll be back in a couple of minutes on the radio. What are your thoughts on that caller? Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Less than 2 minutes, we'll be back. Oh, my God. If you're on hold, hang in there. That was something else, that guy. But like I said, you don't have to agree with me to call. You're welcome to call if you disagree. I don't mind at all. Had to go a little slow with him because, you know, living in California, that's not the kind of thing that he has heard before. It was probably his first time actually talking to a MAGA guy. ICA12, thank you very much. Okay, about 1 minute, we'll be back. All right, stand by. 20 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the Monday after the big game. Some great calls today. I like that guy from California. He was engaging. At least he had a discussion. But that was probably the first time he had a talk about reparations with a MAGA conservative. All right, let's go back to the phones. Great calls so far today. We're doing well. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, Michael from Palm Beach Gardens. I tell you, I agree with you. The Super Bowl halftime was horrible. I remember when Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake, they did a great show. With all the talent that's out there, this was the worst of the worst.
At least when Janet Jackson was up there, she was doing something that people wanted to see, if you get my drift, if you remember.
I recall. By the way, I am a MyPillow sponsor. I got tons of things from MyPillow. I got Angel Water, and I'm going to see you on the cruise, the Celebrity Cruise, the Ascent, coming up in March. You have a great influence on my life, and I appreciate you very much, my buddy.
You know, sometimes, you know, when you go on the cruise, you know, you can bring a MyPillow with you. I do sometimes. They got very nice pillows on Celebrity and all that, but nothing matches the MyPillow.
Oh, there you go. You do some great stuff. Oh, by the way, Tom Laporte, I just called him to do an estimate on the roof of the church I go to, so we'll see.
You know,
so,
Tom Laporte, Tom Laporte, he has an expertise in church roofs. I'm glad you called about that, because I mentioned he was involved in the restoration of a classic church here in Florida, in a different part of Florida recently. That's a very specialized thing. So let me know how that goes.
I will. Thank you, Brian. Have a good week, buddy.
All right, take care. Oh, wow, that guy, he got everybody. We got Angel Water, MyPillow, Tom Laporta from Laporta Roofing. We got everybody in that one. All right, back to the phones. Great guy, great guy. Look forward to seeing you on the cruise, which is coming up. My goodness, I can't wait. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, it's Renee from Harlem.
Oh, hey, Renee.
Yeah, you know, you expose your ignorance and your racism every time you open your stupid mouth. Why don't you tell us how much we benefited from slavery?
Because you're here. You're here.
Because we're here. From the land you stole from Native Americans.
Well, give it. You're in Harlem. Give Harlem back to the Native Indians who sold it. The Indians sold Manhattan.
Why don't you pay us $17 trillion what you stole? Why don't you start there?
Renee, try to get through your anger, and because I want to, be like the last guy. Have a discussion.
Anger.
Yeah.
It's not anger, it's knowledge.
Listen,
which you
listen.
certainly are lacking. A lot of.
Listen, 80% of Americans are descendant of immigrants. They came to America after the Civil War. How are those 80% at all responsible for slavery?
You are, man, all right. Open your ears and open your mind and try to listen for a change, all right? You benefited from apartheid and slavery and Jim Crow. And you and apartheid Musk, man, you don't know how stupid you sound.
My family are Yankees, okay? They're up north. There was no Jim Crow in Ohio.
And they're racist.
How do you know? You don't even know who they are.
Listen to your mouth.
I have
Where do you think you got that from?
I had ancestors that fought in the Civil War for the Union Army. They were fighting to free the slaves.
Uh-huh. And the Union Army was just as racist as the Southern Army. Okay?
Then why were they fighting to free the slaves?
It was an economic gesture. It had nothing to do with slavery.
The whole Civil War was about slavery. The whole Civil War.
About you're stupid.
Yeah, the economy of slavery.
It was about trade. It was about the economy. You're an idiot.
The Republican Party was established by the abolitionists. Frederick Douglass was a Republican.
That was what they used to
goodness.
the southern states.
Okay, so the last guy says that he wants $1 million for every black person. Is that enough?
Well, it's $17 trillion.
Well, how much would that be per person?
17 trillion. We'll work that out. Leave that up to us.
Leave that up to you. Okay.
And why don't you pay us back for Black Wall Street?
Black Wall Street? You talking about that thing in St. Louis?
Do you know where St. Louis is, you dummy?
Those were Democrats. All right, take care, Renee. I mean, he's getting a little too angry. And first thing on Monday morning, instead of sitting around with your hand out, why not you go get a job? How about that? All right. Okay, let's see here. 1-888-465-2631. There's only one opening on our board. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Dave in Virginia.
Hey, Dave. Oh, you're from the heart of the Confederacy. Yeah. Oh, you really owe. They're going to be really mad at you.
Oh, yeah. I've heard these last two callers. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. Hey, what I was going to tell you was the 6.5 million senior citizens that were paid that were over the age of 112. I figured that all up, and that's going to come over $1 trillion over those 14 years.
Wow!
Paying out.
Wow, we can balance the budget with this. Doge is going to balance the budget.
Yeah, I can. No wonder Social Security's broke.
How many people over 100 were getting Social Security that Elon found?
They were over the age of 112, and they've been paying it out since 2010.
Wait a minute. Over 100? Oh, that's when Obama was in charge. Over 112?
Yeah.
Do you know how old the oldest was?
112.
Do you know how old the oldest was?
No, they're not sure, but that's what one of Elon Musk's, one of those young boys, they found that out.
I wonder who's been getting those checks. If you find that out, give me a call. I'd very much like to know the answer to that. All right, let's see here. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
So, my name is Mike. I'll say G. I'm here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida right now. I'm listening to your radio station. I just flew down from Alaska on Saturday night into Sunday morning. And I'm hearing your radio show here, and man, I'm just like baffled by what I'm hearing by these people here. I don't know what they're high on or what juice they're drinking, but what I experienced. I grew up in Yucaipa, California, and I moved up to Alaska when I was younger. And what I learned out of life, I grew up broke, and I grew up in Yucaipa, California. And these people want reparations, and they want handouts.
Yes.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay? I say, hey, you only get out of life is what you put into it. I say work hard, play hard, right? There's nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
If you put the work into it, you know, you get what you get out of it, right? I tell my kids, what are you? Are you a leader or are you a follower?
Well, listen,
Okay,
if
I'm
they,
a leader.
you know,
I'm not a
listen,
follower.
if you know, what you have is a professional victim class, and I realized this a couple years back. I was watching, I was watching these van life, RV life people on YouTube. And there's a bunch of people that live in RVs and live in vans, and they have YouTube channels. And I was watching these videos.
Oh, we have it going. We got it going on in the state of Alaska too. We have to move them
and then,
street by street.
Yeah, and then I was watching, and then there's a subgenre of online of black RV life, and I was watching this nice black couple in their RV, and they were telling their life story, and they said this in the video: we bought this RV ourselves. Neither of us have trust funds. And I realized then that black people believe that all white people are born with trust funds, like the Kennedys or Kai Trump. That, you know, we're not the Kennedys. We're not Kai Trump. Most of us have to make our own way.
Yeah, I grew up middle class. My parents broke up before I was 7 down there in Yucaipa, California. You know what? When my mom was a single mom, she was broke. Okay, when I had to learn how to fight for myself, even when I got older, how to supply my own clothes for school, how to buy my own shoes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
No
Now here you are in paradise visiting us in Fort Lauderdale on vacation. So things turned out well.
Well, I'm not on vacation. I'm actually down here taking a class.
Oh.
And so it's for work. And when I'm listening to this, people like, oh, I need reparations. You know what? I don't even know if your ancestors were even alive when you're talking about
I know, just because you're, that's exactly right.
You know, do you even have an actual link, or are you just running at the mouth?
Yeah.
You know, like, come on now.
Well, listen, welcome to the show, and you can listen to us when you get back to Alaska. Just Google the Steve Kane Show.
I am. I'm going to look you guys up, and I'm going to put you on my apps. I'm just like, wow, I can't believe I'm listening to this nonsense.
I know. Hey, listen, appreciate the call. All right, we gained a new listener in Alaska by listening to us on the radio in Florida. All right. Oh, my goodness. It's time for the last break of the second hour. The show is flying by. If you're on hold, hang in there. I want to tell everybody about the free doorbell camera offer from Slomin's. This is an awesome thing. You'll love it, guys. You know, with the Slomin's doorbell camera that you can get for free with the installation of your Slomin Shield, it's connected right to your cell phone. No matter where you are, you can look at your cell phone. You can see who's at your door. And you get a notification on your phone anytime there's movement at your door. But that's not all you're going to get. Slomin's is also going to give you a customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. You get an LED touchscreen, a motion detector, 10 contacts for your doors and windows, a lifetime warranty, and a backup battery, plus a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Slomin Shield. This number is very easy to remember, okay? Give them a call no matter where you're located. Get that free doorbell camera, 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. 1-800-ALARM-ME. All right? I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Back after this. If you're on hold, hang in there. longest-running radio show, the Steve Kane Show. All right, we will be back in 1 minute, guys. Longest-running radio show, the Steve Kane Show. All right, we will be back in 1 minute, guys. I was just doing an audio check. And I was wrong. We'll be back in 90 seconds. I was wrong. It was 2 minutes, not 1. If you're on hold, hang in there. Reparations for having to deal with stupid. I don't know if we can get reparations for that. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, guys. This is most definitely where MAGA comes to talk. Okay, 25 seconds. William, thank you. Yes, the Democrat Party owes reparations, if anyone, yes. No doubt. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to Florida's longest-running radio show. Callers on hold, stand by. I want to play a clip of our great president. President Trump held an unscheduled press conference on the way to the Super Bowl yesterday on Air Force One, and he said a lot of things, but this is one of my favorites. Listen to this. This is President Trump. Okay, now, just because it's on Air Force One, the sound, got the engine of Air Force One in the background, and it's a little louder than the Trump Force One engine. This fake news reporter said to President Trump, "You're honoring first responders today, yet you pardoned those who attacked first and assaulted first responders." Wow, isn't he great? That's why we love you, President Trump. I know you're not at Mar-a-Lago today, but if you were, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
It doesn't support police.
I don't support police? Who are you talking to? You're talking about me to someone.
Forced kidnapping, enslavement, brutalization, that's a benefit. That's not a benefit. You're ignorant. You're a racist. And by the way, you've never...
No, by the way. That's enough. I think you got that out. You're not going to do a by the way and then try to do a mic drop on me. I don't mind people giving me grief, but you have to go back and forth. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Sherry, and I am calling from Tallahassee. Thank you so much.
Hey, Sherry.
And I'd like to address reparations. We want to talk about reparations. How about reparations for the 1,600 wrongfully accused J6 political prisoners? We still have 6 J6 political prisoners still detained by this rogue DOJ.
The
They will
DOJ
not
is,
let
excuse
them
me,
out.
hold on a second. The DOJ is no longer rogue. It's run by President Trump and Pam Bondi.
Yes, yes. And we
You got
still
to
have,
update your talking. The people that are still in, I don't know what their story is, but President Trump didn't want to let them out, so I got to trust in him.
well, there's still prosecutors and
No, I'm sorry. You got to get updated because he pardoned a whole bunch. They've released a whole bunch, but there were some that he didn't pardon because of they had to investigate it further. So no, so I just think you got to update your talking points. All right, take care. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning, Brian. This is Barbara in Baltimore. I just called to answer the question you asked the gentleman about the reparations. What did he do? He's not a home care provider.
No, I don't believe so either.
No, because the regulations to get a home health care license is cumbersome in Maryland. And I know that in California it's ridiculous. But here's what would happen if every black person got $1 million in reparations. In my opinion, 25% would invest it wisely. 25% would have get businesses and flourish like that. And 25% of them is going to spend every dime, and 25% is going to figure out a way to get the other 75% money.
That's right.
What's going to happen.
That's right. Yes. If you gave every person in the hood $1 million today, what you would do is cause a massive crime wave. That's what would happen. If you even did it, it's kind of crazy. If you're on hold, hang in there though. I want to play a couple more clips of our president. This is all from Air Force One yesterday. Yeah. So what's going on here is they've got these Obama, these Biden, maybe some Clinton, and even Carter judges around. And these low-level federal judges, they think they're going to run the country. They're going to legislate from the bench and that they're dictators in a robe. And Trump is not going to let these liberal judges rule the country. He's going to go full steam ahead. Now, if the Supreme Court comes in and tells him he can't do something, that will be different. But that's not happened yet. All right, let's go. Hold on a second. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Once, twice. All right. The rest of you on hold, hang tight. I'm trying to get through a couple of these things before we break for the top. Now, here is President Trump yesterday had this run-in with this fake news reporter that I thought was hilarious. Do you see this guy? Let me play this for you. Oh my God, don't you love it? He gets a fake news reporter who asks a fake stupid question, and Trump just ridiculed him right there. But now, the story that I started with, if you're on hold, hang in there. I want to end this hour with it, and then we'll get back to the phones after the top of the hour, and Steve Kane will be joining us. CBS has a new poll out, and this poll is spectacular, okay? Not only does President Trump have again, CBS, liberal CBS, not only does President Trump have a 53% approval rating, 70% of people say that he's doing what he promised to do. So the liberal CBS poll, 70% of the people they polled say that Donald Trump is honest, an honest politician. When have you ever seen a poll give 70% to any elected official saying that they were honest? This is a record number. No elected official in D.C. has ever had 70% of the American people in a liberal poll, a Republican, no doubt, saying that he's honest. Never heard that before. And that's the mandate that President Trump has. Again, call is on hold. You stand by. I want to share with you. This is amazing. Guys, Mike Lindell, he has a huge sale going on. With our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane, savings up to 80% on some of the most popular MyPillow products, towel sheets, pillows, mattress toppers, slippers. He has a whole new line of kitchen sets with aprons and oven mitts and such. And it is also free shipping on all orders site-wide. No matter how large, no matter how small, it is free shipping site-wide at MyPillow.com with our promo code Kane. The least expensive item I could find are these great MyPillow socks, which you'll love. See here, the MyPillow socks, $4.15 a pair. That is free shipping too, even an order that small. So it's time to load up. Huge discounts during the mega sale, plus free shipping on all orders site-wide. And once the free shipping is gone, it's gone. So load up now. So go to MyPillow.com, use our promo code Kane at checkout, Kane, free shipping on all orders site-wide. Okay, there's no restrictions, no catches on all orders, no matter how small, no matter how large. It's a pretty good deal. On top of the huge, as much as 80% off the top MyPillow products site-wide. All right, 2 hours down and 1 to go. The Monday show is flying by. This is the Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show on the radio since 1977, celebrating 48 years on the radio. My name's Brian Craig. After the top of the hour, Steve Kane will join us, and we've got some things to hash out, and we'll go back to the phones. Don't go anywhere. Hour number 3 begins now. Hey, all right, we're going to be live in about 2 minutes, a little less. All right, hold on. Yeah, I lost you. Yeah, I lost Steve. You there? Are you there? All right, all right, all right. A little more than a minute. About a minute and a half. All right. Yeah. I'm gonna put you on hold. 30 seconds. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. You're listening to The Steve Kane Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. Steve joining us. Hey, Steve.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. I figured you'd be, sleeping in and hungover from the Super Bowl.
Well, I am. What makes you think I'm awake?
Oh. How's
what a horrible game. What a horrible result. Boring game.
Yeah.
And the only bright light was our wonderful president, who once again outdid himself.
Did you win your bet?
But no, I lost.
Yeah, probably everybody did, right? Pretty much everybody.
First time in 3 years.
Oh my goodness. Usually, though, you bet on both ends. You didn't do that this time.
No, the situation wasn't right.
Yeah. All right, hold on, Steve. Let me get this set up. And okay, hold on a second. All right, I got you. You back with me, Steve? No, hold on. I hit the wrong button, guys. All right, sorry there, Steve. I lost you for a second. Before we get going, I had told everyone what happened to your wife, Lori, on Friday. How's your wife doing with her broken arm and everything?
Suffering.
Oh.
She's in pain, but she's a trooper. The alarm went off. She got up her job. The toughest part of her job is getting me out of bed.
Yeah, well, I would.
And she did that with a minimum of
with one arm.
Pain.
With
one
her
arm.
with one.
It's incredible.
Yeah, well, it's tough. Well, no, lots of things have been going on. If you watched any of the Sunday shows, there in Washington, D.C., the whole Sunday shows, all of them, were dedicated to one thing and one thing only, and that was Elon Musk and Doge. And
the president.
Well, they're just in a panic about. I almost said something else, but I forgot we're on the. They're in a panic. I was going to use another P word over the thievery from the National Treasury being stopped, and it's fun to watch because these Democrats they're suffering from Trump derangement syndrome to such an extent.
They don't get it. They've got Elon derangement.
Yeah. And they don't realize that they're on television and online and in front of these government agencies arguing to keep stealing going on. And they think that the American people are on their side. And yeah. But I think it's more of a panic because those USAID checks come in like clockwork every month. And I don't know if they all get their money at the first of the month, if it's staggered out. But as this goes on, the financial situations of these people
it's going to dawn on them. It's going to dawn on them the gravy train is stopped.
Yeah, but this is how they pay their bills. You think they pay for these mansions and multiple homes with their congressional salaries and stuff?
It's what we on the other side have dreamed of forever, getting the fat out of government.
Mm.
And Don has delivered just as he said he would.
And the Democrats are threatening to shut down the government over this. I don't know why.
Right.
Yeah, good. They're the minority, don't they know? But
no more trans shows.
No more.
Shut down the strip bar.
Yeah, that's true. But Steve,
transsexual strip bars.
One of the things we found out about, I'm not sure if I shared this on Friday, if I knew about it Friday, or if I found it over the weekend. I can't remember. But Barack Obama's mother worked for USAID. I don't recall. Yeah, Barack Obama's mother worked for USAID, which we now know is the deep state, which, for those of you that think that Obama just miraculously rose up and became president, he is a very, very connected man. And I guess his marriage is in such disarray right now, is such a wreck.
It's over.
that he can't.
Did you read the article in the Inquirer?
No, I didn't. I didn't read it.
This week's Inquirer has the scoop that the marriage is over. They've split.
Well, Obama's going to lose his supporters over this. They're all going to go to Michelle because the rumor is that he's been dating and is with Jennifer Aniston, the actress. And when his black supporters around America, in particular black women, find out that he left Michelle for a white woman, he's done. They're going to drop him. You know, they already love Michelle more than him, but him leaving her for a white woman, that is that's something that they're just not going to stand for. All right, now I'm looking at the clock. Do you want to take some calls, Steve, or what do you want to do?
It's up to you. You're sitting in the host chair.
All right, we'll take some calls. If you're on hold, stand by. We've had some doozy calls today, which really surprises me because the day after the Super Bowl is usually a day of hangovers and stuff, but maybe, we've had pretty full boards with some pretty lively calls, and we've even heard from some new liberals today. All right, our number's toll free.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, 1-888-465.
We ought to create a liberal line for today where those who are of the liberal persuasion can go to the front of the line if we can, because we always like to hear from our liberals, and they're getting fewer and far betweener.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll be a new gender, liberals. All right, let's go. We'll start right here. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. How you doing? This is Maria from Florida.
Hello, Maria.
Hey, how you doing? This is Steve, right?
Yes,
it is.
Don't sound so surprised, Maria.
Okay. I'm sorry because I haven't heard you on the show in a while now. Oh wow.
Well, I'm working a semi-retirement schedule.
Oh, okay.
But I'm here for you, dear. What can I do for you?
Yes, I called because I wanted to. Brian said something to me Friday, and I'm like, wait a minute now. How you gonna criticize me because I have a little aching problem? But it's all good. I still love him.
Well, they sound wonderful.
Okay, I wanted to talk about Elon Musk and the Doge, and I have to say, honestly, I appreciate what he does. I appreciate because the simple fact, we know the truth now. We know exactly who the Democrat is.
Tell me what the truth is, Maria.
Huh?
You say you know the truth now. What is the truth? Share.
Well, the truth is they have been spending people money, taking people money away from them and claiming that they're doing this for the Black African-American community and all around the nation. But if you take the people, taxpayer people money that's already struggling, can't even get the kids to have a credit rating in school. I mean, when I was going to school, I never had that problem. In their school I went to, I was a failure, or my school was a failure. This is sad for America because when you take from the people in this country, the people that need the resource not getting it, but you claiming you doing it, and then it's going all around the country.
Do you believe the Democrats really care about black people?
No, I don't. I'm
you're
over
right
that.
on the money.
That's right. I know this for a long time.
Maria?
Well, because I did my research. I was told, just like a lot of other black women, black people, that that Democrat always looked out for the minority. That's not true. It's a lie.
What do you think of our president, Maria?
President Trump is one of the greatest presidents that I have ever seen in my lifetime because I watch all of them, and I can tell you it's not even close to what President Trump have done, what he went through, what he's been through. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've been a supporter of Donald Trump ever since he was the apprentice. So it's nothing that I can say bad about him. Nothing.
That is terrific. That is terrific. Well, welcome aboard. It's good to have you with us.
You know, Steve, Maria goes to Reverend O'Neill Dozier's church.
Oh, yeah. How is Reverend Dozier?
He's a liberal now, she tells me.
He's a liberal, and you know what? Something, but I'm on the phone before I go. Please give me this time. I was attacked at
church.
What?
Just 2 weeks ago.
What do you mean attack?
Yes.
Verbally or physically?
No, I was attacked by name calling.
What they
And
call?
that-
Okay, what did they call you? But make sure it's radio safe though. Give us the first letter. What did they call you?
A white supremacist.
You're black.
Yeah, but they said a MAGA. The person said if you voted for Donald Trump, they said he's trying to please his base, and those are MAGA white supremacists.
But you
And
know, but you know what, Maria? To be a white supremacist, the prerequisite is you have to be white. You're black.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
You're
it
still a
doesn't
white
matter if you're white and black with these folks.
You're white on the
These
inside,
folks
is what they say.
Crazy.
That makes no sense.
They mad because people voted for Trump, and they angry and
You're
they
mad because
upset.
you've got good sense and you saw the light.
Yes.
Welcome aboard, Maria.
Maria, we got to run, but God bless you. Tell Reverend O'Neill Dozier that Steve Kane said hello.
Okay, I'll tell her.
All right, that's one of Steve's old friends. All right, take care. Thanks for the call. All right, Steve, I'm going to put you on hold. If you're on hold, hang in there. We'll take a break and be back. We'll be back in about 90 seconds. Thirty seconds. Stand by. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. This is where MAGA comes to talk. All right, here we go. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve, you back with us?
I sure am.
Oh, man, Maria. You know, I'm so sad to see Reverend O'Neill Dozier go to the left, go to the dark side.
Well, you know, the black Christians are in a tough spot, especially the ministers. I mean, they live off their ministry, and when they get up there and they're caught between the rock and the hard place.
That's true.
I'd like to hear from the black Christians in our audience and see how many of them are still with Dr. Dozier, Reverend Dozier.
Reverend Dozier.
How many are like Maria?
Yeah, he's an old friend of ours, and maybe we should have him on the show. We haven't had him on in years, Steve.
It would be great.
Yeah, okay, hold on. Let me get all this clear. All right. Okay, hold on. Okay, you with us, Steve? Let me try again. All right, Steve, you with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, now before we go to the phones, I want to tell everybody about the free doorbell camera offer from Sloman's. You know, the doorbell camera, obviously it's a part of your security system at home. You get a notification on your cell phone every time there's movement at your door. But what I use it most often for is all kinds of things. Anytime there's a delivery, Instacart, DoorDash, right there. Amazon delivery, I know before it's there. Or one of those solicitors. Even though I got a no soliciting, I found out, Steve, that most solicitors don't know what no soliciting means. They don't know they're solicitors. I got to come up with a word they'll understand.
They don't know what the word no means.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I don't answer the door because I see them on my cell phone from the doorbell camera. So I never open my door for those people. But anyway, it's a great convenience too. And you get a notification like when we're on the cruise. Next month, first week in April, I get notifications when we're on the cruise ship that there's somebody at my front door. I see all kinds of stuff going on there. But it's a great thing to have, and you can get one for free from Slomin's with the installation of your Slomin Shield. I'm going to give you the number in just a moment. And Slomin's is also going to give you a free customized home security system as well as professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. They give you an LED touchscreen, a motion detector, 10 contacts for your doors and windows, a lifetime warranty, and a backup battery. Plus, you'll receive a free doorbell camera with the installation of your Slomin Shield. Here's the number. It's so easy. This is the easiest number to remember. Listen to this. 1-800-ALARM-ME. I don't know how they got that number. They must be the first people in the alarm business to get an 800 number because that's a great one. 1-800-ALARM-ME. That's 1-800-ALARM-ME. This may seem like a minor thing, but one of the things President Trump did yesterday was signing, it's not a minor thing, it's big, but he signed an executive order ending the minting of pennies. Did you see this, Steve?
I saw that.
President Trump said that every penny costs 2 cents to make. Isn't that nuts? Every penny.
I thought it was more than that.
But if it was, I missed it. I thought he said 2 cents. I might miss it. And I promise you, there's some fat cat donor in the copper business or someone who's getting paid off of the pennies. And I don't know, I mean, who even uses change anymore, hardly, with everything being so digital? But I wonder, he's going to balance the budget. Every president we've had that's Republican, Ronald Reagan, they all talk about balancing the budget. None of them have, not even Clinton, who claims to. All he did was cut military spending. He is the first president, President Trump, to really reduce the size of government. When the other ones reduce the size of government, they come up with all kinds of funny math, like they don't hire new people for a fiscal year or something. It's all BS. He's actually doing it. And the New York Times has an article today. Their main story, at least when I read the New York Times when I got up this morning. Hold on a second. That was the president. And they are so out of touch. Listen to this. This is the headline story. They've got a woman, an old lady who looks rather haggard. Federal workers grapple with Trump's war on bureaucracy. The New York Times, what they leave out, I'm not going to read this story to you, but it's about the Doge group cutting all this funding. And they left something out of the New York Times story. You know what that is, Steve?
What's that?
That USAID was giving the New York Times $50 million a year. They left that out of the story. Now, I wonder how their business is going to operate, because their whole business plan is based on that $50 million that they get from the USAID that Trump cut off. And they put this old lady up here, and they're trying to make, everybody knows because Elon Musk post all this on X, where more people read than the New York Times, I promise you. And they're trying to sell these BS stories that kids are going hungry and old ladies are losing their jobs, when the New York Times, they're worried about the New York Times, not any of these other people. All right, let's go back to our busy phones. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, my name is Brandon.
Yes?
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, my name is Brandon, and I'm from Nashville. How are you?
Okay.
Good. How about you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Get ready, Mike.
Guys.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened?
What? Nothing happened.
Sorry, there was a delay in the microphone. I had to turn down my computer. I'm new to your channel. I just
Welcome.
Was scrolling through YouTube and
Welcome.
Heard you guys talking, and I just wanted to jump on and I've always been wanting to talk to people about this.
About
I'm a
what?
disabled veteran. I'm a retired Air Force.
What's your disability? What's your disability?
PTSD, traumatic brain injury. I tore my ACL, MCL, hamstring.
In the Air Force? Oh my goodness.
Sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea? Sleep apnea is a disability? Everybody has sleep apnea these days. That's a disability?
Yeah, but if you're in burn pits and toxic pits and stuff like that, there's a little bit more that goes to that.
All right.
But I was a forward air controller, so most people think, oh, Air Force, just another Air Force guy or a regular Air Force guy. But no, I was actually an operator. I was a forward air controller at JTAC for your.
So what's on your mind? Why'd you call us? What you called us? What's on your mind?
So I've never been a part of politics at all my whole life growing up. Went in the military, got out in 2017, and that's when President Trump was coming into office the first time. And really what I saw was, I joined the military for my country, and then after I got out, and I was being a disabled veteran, and then all of a sudden everybody was fighting. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what happened to America? Is everybody splitting apart? So I started diving a little bit more, started to have kids. And then, once you start having kids, you're getting older and doing things in life. All of a sudden, you're like, okay, you got to start worrying about your family. So you do have to start looking at politics. And for the longest time, I've always said, like, man, I think our government's just corrupt. I just think our government's corrupt. And I think it's very interesting that we have someone coming into an administration now that's really shaking things up, moving things around. And hopefully,
well, what was it that? Excuse me. Let me help you out here. What was it that opened your eyes? Was there one event, one happening? What made you realize, that your previous position was not the correct one?
I didn't necessarily have a position in the beginning. I think that I just saw that there was inequality at the level of the government of how they were allocating their funds and moving their funds around, and how politicians could just get lobbied into.
Yeah, they're corrupt. They're thieves. They're corrupt. They're corrupt public officials who steal money from the Treasury. So you're a Trump guy now.
I'm glad you woke up.
So
good to have you on the show.
No, I'm calling you guys to see what, like, have still not yet swung any specific way or not, and I'm calling to get your guys' opinion on
on what?
Okay.
On what?
On this, I still see specific.
So you're okay. You're what are you, like an independent, non-affiliated guy?
Yeah.
Okay. There's something you suffer from other than sleep apnea. You know what it is?
What's that?
Narcissism.
What do you mean?
Your whole call. By the way, thank you for your service in the Air Force and. Disability for sleep apnea. My goodness.
Sleep apnea is a disability for PTSD.
You said PTSD. Okay, well, whatever. But first thing you said is Nashville. You said you're from Nashville. Then there was a pause like that. We're supposed to be impressed by that. And now you want Steve and I to sit here and convince you that Trump is the way. You got a little bit of narcissism. And these typically independent people are narcissists that spend their days wanting people to convince them to go one way or another. Yes.
I'm kind of shocked that you're saying that. Can you elaborate a little bit more?
No, I think I gave a very elaborate, detailed analysis of you. What PTSD though? That's I thank you for your service. All right, take care. Oh my goodness, I think I caught him off guard, Steve. I think he has BS, is what I think, not PT.
NTS, nothing to say.
Nothing to say. Yes, but should give him Joyce Kaufman's number. She could get through her whole show with that guy. As soon as he had a dramatic pause after he said Nashville, I knew that guy was, I knew what he was all about right then. Oh my goodness.
That was your cue to hang up.
Yeah, but I kept him on a little bit longer than that, didn't I? I didn't hear you chime in and say get rid of him.
I said it a couple of times.
Did you? Oh, I missed it. I tuned it out, Steve. Oh, you were thinking it. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right, listen.
Our code is when I say thanks very much for calling.
Oh, I missed it. I missed that, Steve. I missed that, Steve. Yeah. I'm sorry, I missed that. Thank you for your call. Yes, I'm sorry. That's one of our code words. That's one of our, like people that are into S&M, they have code words when to stop being violent. Steve and I have code words too.
The other code word is NTS, nothing to say.
Yes, exactly. All right. If you're on hold, stand by. It's the Steve Kane Show. I'm going to put you on hold, Steve. I'm Brian Craig. We'll be right back. We'll be back in just over 1 minute. Thirty seconds. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Brian Craig. It's the Steve Kane Show. Steve, you back with us?
Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah, the pennies cost about 3 cents each to make. I was looking during the break. 3 cents per penny.
Yeah. All these years, I could have gotten rich just saving pennies.
Oh, my God. When I was a kid, my grandparents had these metal milk jugs. You probably remember them. And they were filled with pennies. They weighed like 5,000 pounds. I remember they used to keep pennies. I can't tell you the last time I've spent a penny, but President Trump knows what he's doing. All right, we've had some pretty good calls for the day after the big game, as they keep calling it. So let me get some of these. Let me get some of these people back on the line. You back with us, Steve? Okay, hold on. All right, Steve, I'm going to go back to the phones. We got some very busy phones this morning, and that's unusual for the day after the Super Bowl, but I think people are so jazzed up over all this great work that President.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one of my favorite things he did is he was flying over the Gulf of America, and he signed the proclamation while he was over the Gulf of America. Did you see that yesterday?
No, that I didn't see.
Oh my goodness! Well, Doug Burgum, who's the Interior Secretary, was with the president. And he signed an order too, a secretarial order that he oversees the U.S. Geological Survey. All U.S. maps have now been changed. The Gulf of Mexico is now officially known as the Gulf of America. And
that's terrific.
Yeah. So you know what? If you've got, you know what I might do today? I might go to the store I'm sure they still sell these, and buy a couple of paper maps and keep them that say Gulf of Mexico, because and you just put that in the safe deposit box for your great-great-grandkids.
Collector's items.
That's right. Yeah, it would be like having a map of the United States like before the Louisiana Purchase. You know, the maps change, and then, you know what I mean? So you got to get some mint condition maps. All right, let's go back to the phones. We've had some pretty good calls today, I must say. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, good morning, Brian. Tom, how are you today?
I was all right till I heard your voice.
All right. Well, I just wanted to let you know real quick. You know, that was a disgrace how you talked to that service member before, but that's how you deal things. I guess that's a new level of respect we treat.
What? Look at how you talk. Excuse me.
Are you a service member? Are you in the military?
Look at how you talk about the commander-in-chief of our armed forces, Donald Trump.
Oh my God! You mean the guy getting rid of trans people? But
he is the commander-in-chief. He's the commander-in-chief. That means he's the general in charge of the armed services. How dare you?
Tell the first commander-in-chief ever to become one of the richest men while becoming president at the same time. Tell him to,
Look at you. The commander. Look at how you're talking. Listen to how you're talking about a serviceman, Donald Trump. He serves as commander-in-chief. How dare you?
Donald Trump is
how
not
dare
a
you?
serviceman.
Yes, he is.
He's not in the military.
He's the commander-in-chief. He's the commander-in-chief.
You were talking about Joe Biden while you're such a hypocrite, bro.
He wasn't.
Hypocrite.
His wife was commander-in-chief.
Yeah, okay, buddy, no problem. I just want to let you know, man, that's a disgrace to talk to our military service like that, bud. And on the other hand, you know, grow a little bit of respect for that, okay?
Now you mentioned food prices.
Yeah.
Tell me about food prices. He's getting nervous, Steve. Now he's getting nervous.
Brian, oh my God, I wish one day me and you could have a conversation face to face.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Why? Because all you do is just bigot people, and you know the food prices have not gone down.
Tom, you called me.
The only thing
you called me. I didn't call you.
You're talking. As soon as you talk to that service, as soon as you talk to that military service, you talk to them like disrespect, and you was even a Trump supporter.
Tell me about food prices. Tell me about food prices.
I'm going into Publix right now. They still haven't changed, Brian.
I mentioned this at the top of the show. Steve, listen to this. I went to Publix yesterday, and I went to the eggs because I wanted to see. You can get a dozen Publix eggs for under $6 a dozen.
Wow.
That sounds pretty good to me. I keep hearing people.
That's a deal.
Yeah,
Right, well, guess what? That's fantastic. You're talking about the egg prices that were so up. They had to.
No, you guys are talking about egg prices all the time. Yeah, I thought they would be like $12, $5.69 a dozen.
You're using that as a staple. You're like the gas is going down.
It is.
Hey, the billionaires.
The billionaires.
At Exxon will say, yeah, we'll lower the price a little bit to lose a couple million, but then they'll gain a couple billion in the future. That's what.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
You're like that guy from the Huffington Post with Trump. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Brian, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the people who sit on all the gasoline places.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, I know. Stop your dementia for a minute and listen.
No.
I'm telling you that these board members are losing a couple million to gain a couple billion in the future.
Well, they're smart businessmen. Okay. Do you go to work for free? Do you go to work for free?
Or they just
or are you greedy? Are you greedy?
Or they're just dumping.
And by the way, when you're working, what are you doing?
People feel comfortable.
Hey,
what am I doing? I'm not sitting on my ass like you guys.
Answer the question, or we're moving on.
Oh, please, yes, can we move on?
Conversation here. Answer the question.
What's the question?
I work.
When you go to work, what are you doing?
I work in construction. Okay.
Do you do it
what
for?
are you constructing now?
There you go. I work in construction. Yeah.
What do you construct?
What project are you working on now?
It's none of your business.
Oh my goodness! None of your business. Oh my goodness! He couldn't even think of something.
That's when you hang up, Brian. That's your clue.
Okay, there you go. Okay. Oh my goodness! He couldn't even think of something. He couldn't even say, "I'm building a deck for somebody" or something. He couldn't even.
Like Bob Green used to say, "Get off the phone, you jerk."
Oh my goodness! He couldn't even make up something.
So you'll recognize it in the future.
Yeah, I'm building a fence. Nothing. He couldn't even think of a construction project to make up. The only thing he was constructing was a sorry attack on Trump. That's right, and he failed at that. Oh my goodness! I tell you, Steve, these people are something else. We've had some good calls today, though. All right, you back with us, Steve? Okay,
Yes.
Okay, let's take some more calls. All right, you're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Morning, Steve and Brian. It's JJ from Mass.
Oh, hey, JJ.
JJ, what's up?
Well, just listening, trying to learn something, but a few callers there, I think, sent me back a little bit. The egg prices, I mean, I went down shopping and bought a few things, and the eggs were actually a little bit more expensive than usual, but 14 million chickens were put down in December because of this avian.
Well, no, hold on a second here. Hold on a second. When I was at Publix yesterday, the eggs were $5.69 for a dozen eggs. Okay? Yep. When the people online and in the news that are talking about $10 or $12, they're getting those fancy gourmet eggs. The farm fresh, cruelty-free farm brown eggs where they're only fed caviar before they kill. If you go and get the fancy eggs, those are always expensive. I've always bought. Now, what kind of eggs do you buy, Steve? Do you buy just the regular store brand eggs when you get eggs, or no?
I don't do the shopping.
Well, in your life, I've never bought the fancy eggs. I don't know what the difference is.
An egg is an egg.
Exactly.
Yep.
And this thing with Waffle House, okay? They're adding 50 cents per egg order. That's a racket for them to raise prices and not get blamed for it.
Yeah, they're making a little bit of extra money,
which is fine.
It's a joke. Listen, it's not like it was up this $10-12. Yeah, I mean, if you're buying the ones that eat caviar, Brian, yeah, that's If I go to Publix, they're $5.69 a dozen for the store. I bet if I went to Aldi or Walmart, they're less. Now, if I go to Greenwise or Whole Foods, one of those fancy stores, okay, and they're brown eggs and all that stuff, it is more. But the store-bought eggs are under $6. I don't. They're going to come down. I mean, they're going to come down once they build the herd or the flock, whatever.
What is it? By the way, what's an organic egg? Don't all eggs come from the chicken? I mean, what's an organic egg?
Yeah, I think that's probably one that ate nothing but caviar.
You know what that is? That's a scam. That's what that is. Organic eggs are a scam.
Probably Russian caviar at that. Somebody's in bed with Putin, probably. But to get off the egg thing, I guess I went up.
Well, the liberals keep bringing up the eggs.
I know. I just finally. I mean, I went down and bought some things. I went down long before, with Super Bowl coming. I usually go shopping about 7:30 in the morning. Anyway, that being said, this black unnational anthem.
Yes.
It just drives me absolutely nuts. I went through all the history books I have. I scoured the internet. I could not find a country anywhere at any time in world history since the existence of writing where a country was called black. I mean, this country, America, it belongs to all of us. We're not a friggin' color. We're a country. We have a national anthem.
Is the black national anthem when they say "We shall overcome"? What is the black national anthem?
Yeah, it's Al Sharpton's poem or something. I don't know. Al Sharpton and the victimhood.
I have a feeling that one of these activists own the rights to that song and get a royalty every time it's sung. That's what I'm thinking. I would like to know.
Probably true.
I'm not kidding. Remember Happy Birthday had royalties on it? I'm telling you, someone's making bank off that.
Well, bad boys, what you going to do from Circle House, Inner Circle? Those guys became wealthy.
No, they sold away the rights to that song.
Oh, they did?
To cops.
Why did they do that?
Because nobody heard of them, and they sold the rights to cops.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was at Inner.
Someone
we actually did some music at Circle House this is like 20-something years ago.
I stand to be corrected, but I'll tell you this. I remember Martin Luther King's kids were trying to get royalties every time somebody played a Martin Luther King speech. Someone is making money off the royalties of that song, which is tremendous. Ownership rights of music is where the money is.
Yep, you're absolutely right. I have 2 publishing catalogs. I know exactly.
Really? You live in a mansion.
Well, I told you, but it just kind of. I used to own a record label in South Beach, Miami called Heat Music. I signed a deal with Arista after Clive Davis left and L.A. Reid came in and took over.
Mm-hmm.
I signed a deal with Arista. I had an artist that charted. I had one that was on Soul Train.
Oh my goodness! Anybody we would know?
Well, you ever heard the first name would be Armando. Have you ever heard of a guy? Wait, do you know what a PKA is, an illegal contract? Because you're in entertainment.
I don't know who Armando is.
Performer known as the PKA. You'll see it in the contract.
So you're getting.
His first name was Armando, but you would know him by his PKA. His PKA is Pitbull.
Oh my gosh!
His first manager, Peter, used to work for me.
So you get. Oh my God! You're like loaded, man. You're like. That's where the money is.
I don't run anything.
Are you white?
I am white. Yeah.
Oh, see, like all the other. Yeah, making money off the soul. Making money off the Soul Train people.
Yeah, it's you know what? Reparations for everyone. But
well, good for you. Good for you.
I think this judge thing, quite frankly, to me, I hope more judges do what they did because it brings more eyes. I mean, every time a judge gets involved and does this, it just puts a spotlight on the corruption. More people pay attention.
Well, let me tell you, these judges they think they're going to be running the country, and Trump's not going to let some judge run the country like last time.
70%, you said the 70% number, Trump's approval numbers are going to go through the roof because the one thing the American people hate when they finally see it, when they see this US AID stuff, people just flip out.
Well, listen, we got to run, but I just want to say this. One of the cool things about being in Florida is you never know who's listening to the show, and like you with the pit bull and all your Soul Train money coming in. It's really, when you live in Florida, it's really, everybody moves here, in large part the weather, but the tax-free state status, and it's amazing who I've met over the years and the connections of people that listen to this program. I appreciate the call. I got to run, but because I'm late for the break. But take care. All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to put you on hold, Steve, and we're going to take our break and be right back. Steve Kane Show. Hey, I'm okay. Stand by, okay? We'll be with you in just a moment. I'm gonna hang up and call you right back. I got to get you on a different line. Okay, I'll call you right back. Okay, gotcha. Hold on. Hey, hold on. All right, welcome back, everyone, and it is time to check in with William Youngerman from the offices of William Youngerman Incorporated with the first gold and precious metals report of the new week. William Youngerman, how the metals looking?
Oh, metals are looking amazing. Major new record high today, over $2,900 for gold. Yes, last week we saw the markets trade on Friday in a range of $2,851 to $2,887. Closing out the day at $2,860.10, up $4.70. Silver closed down 41 cents on Friday at $31.78, while platinum was down $12 at $9.74, and palladium was down $14 at $950. But today's a new day, and as we thought last week, we said we thought we could see gold trade above 2,900 this week, and that's exactly what it started off with this morning. After hitting a low of $2,854, gold climbed all the way up to $2,911 in early trading this morning. Currently at $2,900 the ounce. That's up $39.90, but we were up over $50. Silver right now up 32 cents at $32.10 the ounce. Platinum up $16 at $990, and palladium up $25 at $975. So we now have a new record high for gold, $2,911, and on our way to that $3,000 number.
Wow, yeah, that is amazing. It's getting so high. I don't know if the gold ticker can even go this high. I mean, whoever would have imagined it'd be over $2,900. And it's going up quick. That's amazing. So gold is hot right now. And can you tell people that, they don't have to come into your shop to do transactions. Everything can be done over the phone and through the mail. Can you tell people how that works?
Absolutely. You can just call us toll free on our 800 number, 800-327-5010, and lock in the price of the metals that you want to buy and wire the funds or overnight us a check, and we can send them off fully insured to you wherever you're located.
Yeah, and wow, that's amazing stuff. The line's going to probably be around the block for your shop today. That is really amazing. William Youngerman opens up at 10 a.m. Again, as he just said, his number is 1-800-327-5010. 1-800-327-5010. His address is 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, on the first floor of the Bank of America building, just east of US 1 Federal Highway on the south side of the street. And you can find William Youngerman's phone number and address on his website, williamyoungerman.com. Well, William Youngerman, we're going to have an exciting week. No doubt.
Indeed.
Oh, boy. All right. We'll touch base tomorrow.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too. Take care. Take care. Oh, man. Steve, you back with us?
Yes, I'm with you. I had something I wanted to throw out there.
Yeah.
I was watching after the horrible excuse for a football game. I was watching Fox late, and they were talking a lot about where they're going from here with some of these proposals. And they still have to, as you know, the big nomination that still remains to be settled is Kash Patel with the FBI.
That's right. They're trying to hold that up.
Yeah, they're trying to, well, I don't know if they're going to get it through, especially the way they were talking last night. On the radio, they were talking about what they're going to do, how they're going to destroy all these people once Kash Patel is the head of the agency. And I'm saying, why can't you just relax and not wave this flag at this point in time?
Yeah.
We're trying to get him confirmed. He's not confirmed yet. they don't seem to realize that.
Well,
they weren't worried about the same thing I was.
No. He's going to get confirmed. What I think the Democrats are doing is they're trying to buy time for their team of investigators to find dirt. And believe me, they've been investigating him 24/7 for weeks and weeks. They found nothing. He's a squeaky clean Marine, Kash Patel.
I'm sure he is, but I don't think that means that. I don't think that's going to stop them.
Do you know he's going to be
from creating evidence?
You know, he's going to be the first non-white FBI director in history.
It's so funny.
And they're trying to stop it. You know, I found out some very strange information about the FBI yesterday, coincidentally. Do you know that the FBI was founded by a great nephew of Napoleon?
No.
I swear to you, it was Teddy Roosevelt's attorney general is the founder of the FBI. And he was a Bonaparte. His great uncle was Napoleon, the famous Napoleon. Not Napoleon Dynamite, Napoleon Bonaparte.
Not the pastry.
No, not the pastry. So I was very. I know that's useless knowledge, but I thought that was interesting. I was in shock. When I heard that, it was an incredible source. I went and verified. I'm like, there's no way. I can't believe I haven't heard that before. Before we go back to the phones, though, you know it's Monday, and you know a lot of people. You wake up on Monday. That Super Bowl beer is wearing off. You got some aches and pains from being active over the weekend. Don't live in pain. Go see Dr. Appleton today. Take advantage of his laser wave pain treatment. You know, the laser treatment not only is painless, okay, you don't even feel it. There is no feeling or sensation at all, which is a beautiful thing. Walk-ins are welcome. Appointments are never needed, even on Saturdays. But you know, Monday is a day when people have a lot of aches and pains. Go see Dr. Appleton and say bye-bye to your pain. If you have x-rays, if you have scans, MRIs, bring them with you. Dr. Appleton will gladly look over them. And it's also a no-charge consultation. Give him a call, 954-973-0710. 954-973-0710. That's 954-973-0710. And online, AppletonCairo.com. Now, I don't talk about football or any sports because I don't know anything about them. I'm like Tom talking about Trump when it comes to football and stuff, you know. But my less than layman thing on the Super Bowl, did Kansas City lose just because they're just full of themselves, celebrities, and they're living a celebrity life?
Because they lost because they played like crap.
They really sucked. I mean, I saw that interception in the second quarter.
I mean,
that
it was really a boring game. The worst part of it was just not a fun game to watch. It was boring. It was from the opening kickoff. KC just got knocked around like a rag doll.
And did you see the halftime show?
No.
Oh my God! Apparently, they've changed the requirements for performers at the halftime show. They changed it to where they have no talents perform now. No talents. That was the worst performance, I think, in the history of the Super Bowl. I'm talking about a complete zero. And it's not just because
what were they trying to? What did they say they would present?
It was a hip hop rapper, and I like rap. I'm not opposed to rap. I can't sing it because it's filled with that racist N-word that I'm not allowed to say. But
rap can be great.
I like rap music, you know.
Remember Eminem? I'm showing my age, but Eminem really hooked me into this music.
This, as crazy as this sounds, you got me into rap. Who was that guy that went to that you liked that went to jail? Was it Biggie? What was it? Which was the one that went to prison? I know a lot of rappers went to prison. No. The one you used to like. He was really good. Big something. And I like rap music, but that guy last night, I could rap better than that. If you gave me the rhymes. I mean, I can't go up there, but I'm not going to perform anywhere. But maybe after one of our cocktail parties, I might get up at the karaoke, Steve, and do some rapping. But other than that,
that'd be fun.
But that guy, yeah, for everybody else, not me the next day when there's video of it. But that guy last night was a complete no talent. I've never seen a performance like that. I mean, that was really bad. There's been things that have happened,
at the Super Bowls that, like when they had Michael Jackson surrounded by little children, that was really stupid. But at least his performance, his singing was very, very, very good. This guy that was there yesterday was bad. I mean, that's just me. DEI halftime. Yeah, that's what everyone's going to be calling it. Well, we're about out of time for today, but I'm going to tell you guys, this is the most exciting time in political news that we've ever been through, because Donald Trump is, Steve, every 5 minutes he's doing something. And this week, there's going to be some big stuff coming out of DOJ because President Trump is sending them to the Department of Education. And God only knows what they're going to find. Well, Maxine Waters and the teachers union and all of them are in such a panic over the education department.
Did you see that footage Saturday afternoon?
That panic is caused by someone getting their money cut off. So when Elon gets into those books, we're going to see some doozies. Now, almost every line on the board is lit. If you hang on, guys, you'll be first in line on tomorrow's show at 6 a.m. Okay? So you might want to hang in there for the next 21 hours. You'll be first in line when we open up the program at 6 a.m. tomorrow. We've had some very, very, very good calls today, and then there was Tom. But we had some really good calls today, and I want to appreciate, I really do appreciate all of you who called in today, because other than Tom, there were a lot of great callers today that even challenged me once or twice. But that's okay. We got through it. You're listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. On the radio since 1977, celebrating 48 years on the radio. Steve Kane, of course, has been here. My name is Brian Craig, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Oh, by the way, check out my YouTube channel. I saw the president on Friday, made a video about it. You won't want to miss it. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. All right, we're clear. Well, listen, guys, thanks for watching. If you're new, subscribe. If you're, you know what? You want me to take a couple of these calls? I'll take a couple of these calls before we go. Let me see what's going on here. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Brian from Deerfield.
Hey, Brian.
Quick comment. Hi, Brian. Hi, Steve. How are you? That halftime show was almost as bad as Kansas City's offensive line yesterday.
Oh.
It was terrible.
It was bad.
Terrible.
It was bad.
Yeah. The most spectacular number I saw the whole day was Donald Trump's poll numbers there. I mean, those who follow Donald and what he's doing, we're aware of it and everything. But for those who aren't aware of the way he operates, I thought there might be a little bit of a fear factor, and they say, well, maybe he's going too fast. No, I think we're showing more pent-up demand for him as the president. Now they see him and following him, now they see how terrific he is. And that's a great thing for them.
Well, going so fast, they don't have time to respond to it, right?
They don't. They really, it's amazing. And it looks like it's even going to pick up speed from here.
And I don't expect any problems with Kash Patel.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. No, he's one guy I really want to see get in the FBI and turn things up.
Well,
I think he's terrific.
I said a little bit ago, he's a squeaky clean Marine. Let me tell you, for a guy to be like he has been all his life, they don't even have somebody making up a scandal about him. You know how unusual it is not to have a woman make a claim against a Republican man these days? And they've been searching for it for weeks, and they haven't been able to find anything.
Nothing. And this is driving them crazy. He will be a great asset to the FBI, and we need him in that position. And he's fun to listen to him just speak. He's really a very eloquent guy and a great spokesman.
Him and Stephen Miller are the two smartest men I've ever heard speak about politics.
I saw Stephen Miller last night. Very good.
He's the best.
Two great, very talented spokesmen, and that's very important to communicate what the Republican Party is all about and what Donald Trump's presidency is all about. They do a great job.
Stephen Miller, the first time I saw, I did not know this until a few weeks ago, but because he wasn't famous yet. But the first time I heard of Stephen Miller, he was on Fox News defending the Duke lacrosse team. He was going to Duke at the time, and he worked at the college newspaper. And he was on,
I didn't know.
He was on Fox. I did not know this. The hooker that made the false claims in prison now. And a few weeks ago, she gave an interview and admitted she made the whole story up. And
oh my goodness.
And then then it came out. Stephen Miller was defending them way back then. And that was not a popular position to take back.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Well, I think Stephen Miller has the courage of his convictions, and there's another great asset to the Trump team.
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Very, very talented team we have in the White House, and
no doubt.
It's great to see. Great
All right,
to see.
take care. All right, take care. All right. You're on the air. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Oh, here we go. I can hear myself. You're on the air. What's your name? Oh, my goodness. That one last call always does it. Oh, my gosh. And they're on a delay. They're on a delay. All right, guys. That's it. The show's over for today. Thanks for watching. If you're new, make sure you subscribe, all right?